That makes perfect
Calling
sense.
it the very particular.
Hello everyone, welcome to Crabby D&D.
Fuck.
I'm here with my players. Ellie.
Yo.
Kirv.
Hi.
Mortar.
Hello.
Romulus.
Hello.
And Vinny.
Hello.
Ah, wonderful. I didn't know if you'd gotten back from getting food. I forgot I'd started the intro before then. So we are back.
It's all okay.
We are here. No real announcements other than we are going to be off next week because of a Comic-Con that is happening. So we will be missing party members. But until then, we will continue as normal. And hopefully nothing bad will happen today. Surely not. No, never. So.
Yeah, you keep clearing that throat.
With that...
Come on to you.
That wasn't even me, that was Anna.
So, without further ado, let's get a quick reminder of where we're at. Hello everyone. Glad to have you here. Now, a reminder. Last session our party of adventurers, Beau, Ellie, Carvern, Kirv, Mortar, Romulus and Vinny, had arrived in Braylin and begun to prepare for a small heist to get some dirt on Lord Trustin, a target of theirs. With some relative success at scouting out the perimeter, they decided a touch of interior detail was needed. With Ellie and Vinny otherwise heading in through the use of teleportation, Vinny was dropped off and left to search while the rest of them communicated to one another via a telepathic bond, waiting in the limb just in case any problems occurred. Shortly into it, however, Vinny was discovered, and the party began to move their escape plans into action, with Mortar's arcane eye dispelling and Vinny seeing a strange humanoid figure of red lightning floating nearby. A wave of psionic energy washed over him, stunning him in that moment as Ellie teleported them both out, as blood drips from the edge of his chin and from his earlobes. So, as a reminder, in this moment, the rain and the wind are coming down, not necessarily hard by any means, but it's coming down within the street. As, in this moment, Ellie, you land some 300 feet away in another kind of alleyway. Some people do kind of hear the pop of you arriving almost, and you're landing, as a few people just kind of look and kind of see the two of you arrive before carrying on with their day. You hear the sound of it faintly on the distance, but you can still very clearly hear it as Mortar, Romulus, and Kirv, you're all in the alleyway, and as Ellie casts this dimension door and teleports away, in her place is left a construct, humanoid but squat in nature, screaming pain due to the rain that is falling onto it, as it is a disliker of rain. The homeless individual to the side of you, Romulus, who was put to sleep by Mortar's magic, wakes up with a start and turns towards the source of the danger and immediately sees the three of you and kind of gets up and begins to run and leave, running towards the house, the closest exit from here. What are you all doing in this moment?
I think Mortar's just kind of been shocked out of his arcane eye form, so he's kind of momentarily getting his bearings, and he's just blasted by the sound of just someone screaming pain, and he's not sure whether or not it's one of his inner voices or if it's something on the outside.
Oh no.
So,
I believe Kirv is still looking through the eyes of Filch.
Yes, so you were looking down the hallway. You didn't see anyone coming, but you've been communicated that the arcane eye, as the arcane eye disappears, and you are still blind and deaf, so you have no idea what's going on, as Filch is there. Actually, no, you would hear the scream of pain through Filch's ears as Filch turns his head and looks towards your alleyway, and can hear the scream of pain.
Um.
So, what are you doing in this moment?
Well, we've got a runner and we've got someone who's drawing attention to us. I mean, I don't really want to kill them, but I'm happy to keep it quiet.
Statement
Or-
stands.
Or I can put them. I might be able to put them both to sleep potentially.
That's the story we'll tell the others.
Perfect. Mortar pulls out his gun and he aims at the fleeing homeless man.
Okay, I'm going to ask you if this is a serious thing you would like to do. I'd like you to go ahead and roll initiative for me, please.
Yes, I think I will. I think in this moment, Mortar is. I think Mortar is kind of. He's kind of in that moment of like, oh god, like what's going on? Sorry, I've just timed out. I've just timed out on tabletop.
Well, Romulus is the only one in this group of us trio who is sane, and currently he's muted. So
Awesome.
this is happening.
Awesome.
That is true.
I mean, look, I will say this. Did this guy pass by me when he started running away?
No. He started on the like on the other side of you. He was just sat down. Sleep had been cast on him earlier, and he stayed asleep. He's just heard the screaming sound of pain and has just kind of gotten up and suddenly made a stark run for it.
Okay, just to understand though, was he within 10 feet of me and is now going to be no longer within 10 feet of me?
Yeah, quite happily. But he seems to be just a
smack it.
civilian.
That's okay. He's getting a smack.
Okay. If you're trying to make this,
He's gonna get shot. And
if you're trying to make this so that you knock him unconscious, I will remind you: if you double his health, it doesn't matter. If he is a commoner with 4 health, you need to do under 8 damage.
Ah. Shit.
Don't worry, guys. I notoriously roll low for these kinds of things, and psychic can be non-lethal, right?
No,
I'm
you're
just
gonna
gonna-
blow his brain
I'm
up.
just going to double check. Is there, because it's
Just shoot him in the knee.
not
Because
non-lethal.
I
what is it?
do
Subdue.
want to do subdual damage. I am wanting this to be subdual because I'm not even going to try and like knock him unconscious. I just want to do subdual damage, which
Okay.
will knock him unconscious, but won't kill him. Is the idea? And I have a melee
You
weapon
should
which can do subdual damage.
You should non-lethally trample him.
I need to double check the rules because I just tried to search it up online and it doesn't actually come up with the full wording, so give me a moment. It's the first time I've actually opened the physical books in who knows how long, and I know that because there's an entire layer of dust on the top. And hey, I still
Can we
open it to my
non-leth-
favourite page.
Favorite page?
1, 2, 3, languages.
Oh.
Look, in my book, this one always opens it up to that
It's got a
page
picture
or
of a
something.
really hot elf.
Yeah, I was thinking of like
I was
a
about to say,
hot
yeah.
ass
Oh,
tiefling.
no, it hasn't. It hasn't got any pictures, other than what the script of
Wait.
Elvish and Dwarvish language looks like.
Have you
It's
got that
like
demon with the
language.
3 tits?
Oh
it's
god, he
different for
reads,
everyone.
No,
reads it
not
for
on
the
this one.
articles.
Stabilizing a creature, knocking out a creature.
So can
Sometimes
we-
an attacker wants to incapacitate a foe. Rather than dealing killing blow, when an attacker reduces a creature's 0 health with a melee attack, the attacker can knock the creature out. The attacker can make this choice the instant the damage is dealt. Yeah, so never mind. Yeah, you can knock him out if you want to.
Okay, yeah, let's go with that.
So this would have to be what Romulus has. So Romulus, go ahead and make me an attack roll. I will tell you this
I'm not
now. The
in-
AC is not that high of this individual.
I'm not in Tabletop Simulator yet, but please, reckless and smack.
I will say in this instance you cannot reckless because the individual in question this is a reaction to it, so you would have had to reckless on your turn. But
Alright, fine.
I'm pretty
Just normal
sure
attack.
you have a high chance of success here. That is a 15 plus whatever with an AC of 12.
11.
You hit him.
Beautiful.
As in this moment,
quick
I'm not
question.
even going to roll damage, but there's a moment where you watch as he kind of gets up, begins to run, leaves, gets to the edge of the alleyway, gets whacked over the back of the head by the flat edge of the half blade, and you watch as he just falls and lands just on the edge of the street. as he has now been knocked out. You
Does
hear
it look at,
just
does
from
it-
the distance what sounds to be like individuals noticing and hearing this, and they kind of stopping in place, and there's murmuring and some people shouting.
Does it look as though the little guy who's screaming pain is specifically in pain because of the rain falling on him?
Quite possibly, yeah.
Mortar will take off his coat and then put it over him,
Aw.
like over his head. So if he can basically cut off those screams, then I think he would rather do
And
that because blood may leave
Romulus is going to, before anyone has much of a chance to see what's going on, pull back the body of this unconscious guy, and I'm going to put a alcoholic drink in his hand and basically set him up against the wall, and then act as though I am tending over him.
Okay. Go ahead, Romulus. Go ahead and roll me a performance check. Mortar, roll me your choice of either sleight of hand or athletics, depending on your approach for this creature. I have rolled for it in response for a dex save, regardless of the situation.
That makes sense.
Can I just ask a very quick, simple question? Is there any chance that I can get advantage on this because it is a reasonable thing for a drunk person to be like ranting and raving and then go unconscious?
This is more of a... Okay, so let me ask you this as a refining question, I guess. Are you going to be standing over them so that if anybody does look in, then that's part of it, in which case there will be mannerisms involved, in which case this would be with advantage? If you are planning on just leaving them be and then scarpering, however...
At this point in time, I don't believe that there's anything... So, as I understand it, we are out here, which is, a bit shady,
Mm-hmm.
but this guy was here as well, so I'm just going to be a helpful bystander who basically saw the strong guy down here and is looking after him. And what the other two do is what the other two do. That's none of my concern. But being as I am large and visible, I'm hoping I can use that as a way to, if anyone does come by, just sort of ward them off and hopefully provide a little bit of cover for Kirv and Mortar. So I will be staying with him.
Okay, go ahead and roll me...
I can do...
Yeah, I'll say with
do little
advantage. Because in this instance,
because I need it. I'm not good at this.
You are using the unconscious body of this homeless guy as a prop.
Great. That is an 11.
Okay. Maybe some bystanders believe it, but you don't necessarily note or look up at any bystanders. Mortar, what did you get?
I will be just like...
So it's a 15 plus 5 is a dirty 20.
Yeah, you're fine. You otherwise wrap the your jacket over the top of this this construct, and there's a moment as it's standing there that its screaming kind of gets muffled underneath your jacket before it just kind of goes quiet.
I think then, if I may, as part of that action, I think I'm going to kind of shake Kirv out of her fine familiar form. Does it look like bystanders have already seen us?
Quite possibly. I will say, go ahead and roll me a perception check, if you please.
Okay. Is this with advantage?
Yes, it is.
Okie dokie. Let me just double check.
Yeah, due to the overcast nature of today, you don't have to worry about disadvantage from sunlight.
Okay, cool. So that is a plus 9. Hey, that's a natural 20.
So that's a
Woo!
34. As in this moment you're looking out, you see that there is what looks to be a bystander or two. Individuals who kind of... They heard the scream of pain, stopped. One of them in particular kind of looked down the alleyway and watched as Romulus just whacked this guy on the top of the head, and now is beginning to kind of prop him up. And there's this other person who is potentially unidentified who was screaming pain, who you've currently got your coat kind of looped over the top of him.
Yeah.
So there is a bystander kind
I
of
think-
there in this moment, and you hear kind of another individual nearby. You can hear another individual nearby who may have seen some stuff as well as what sounds to be. Actually, no, I'll say not sounds. You can see what looks to be another one of the guards that are patrolling the house. Kind of steps up close to the edge and just kind of looks through the bars to try and get a look at what's going on in the alleyway to see if it's anything they should be concerned about.
Mortar will then, I think, as kind of noticing all of that, he's going to shake Kirv, and then do we still have the telepathic link up?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
wait, no,
No.
because it was the end of it at the end of session, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was the
yeah.
last bit of the
'cause-
hour because it needs to be reset
Oh,
up
actually,
Oh, okay.
was it? I'm not
It didn't.
sure
I don't
because
think
I
we
mean
ended
I
up
know the
saying the hour because we
telepathic
got
bond
interrupted.
went down when they went invisible.
now. Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, that was the other way. Yeah, so you've still got the telepathic bond up.
I'm going to. So as I kind of just subtly shake Kirv, kind of to try and get her back to her senses, Mortar's just going to project into her mind across the telepathic bond. Just act really, really sleepy and act really, really just act really out of it for the moment. And Mortar, as we're being watched, and then Mortar is going to disguise self, burning a void charge, to basically look like a very haggard-looking individual, like wrapping his arms around the person underneath his coat, almost as though he's consoling like a child who may have tripped over or something. Just kind of just kind of talking to this whatever this thing is, and he will just kind of try and put on that little charade if he can.
Okay. Go ahead and make me.
My goal is to try and deceive.
I'll say as part of this would come under more performance due to the sheer nature
Okay.
of this is an act without talking to the individual.
Would I gain any kind of advantage due to my disguised self?
I will say first things first. Make me a stealth check for the casting of disguised self to try and keep it subtle so that an individual might not notice.
How dark is the alley?
The alley is quite dark, so for individuals in today, they're going to suffer with this in some regard. So I'll say you can make this with advantage.
With advantage or expertise?
With advantage instead of expertise in this
Okay.
instance.
Okay, cool. No worries. Oh, yeah. That is a 17 plus 9, 26.
17 plus 9, 26, okay. Yeah, you kind of do that and then proceed to go into the performance. So go ahead and make me a performance check. Roll it with advantage because of the nature of what you are doing here.
Okay. That is an 18.
An 18, okay. It's as good a performance as you can give. In this
Perfect.
instance.
Yep. My main goal is that I'm not looking at the people who are looking in, trying to put on the guys that are more concerned about the individual who has fallen over.
Yep.
Quote unquote.
Okay. Kirv, having been shaken to come out of this visual from Filch, go ahead and make me a performance check as you are told to look sleepy. Unless there's something else you would like to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
did also say because we are being watched at this moment.
Yes. Yeah.
Mhm. I
Okay.
believe I still have disguise up.
Yes, I believe you look like
yes,
a.
in my human sonar.
Yes. So go ahead and
Oh,
roll
that's
me.
right.
Just go ahead and roll me a performance check.
That'd be called a human sonar, or like.
I don't know.
A
you
meat
get a-
suit.
Yeah.
Just a skin suit.
Well, tieflings are already meat, you know.
This is getting
so...
worse.
Okay. So what is the performance?
The performance is 18. Kirv just slumps to her side,
Okay.
pretending to sleep.
Yeah, you slump. You kind of slump to your side and kind of look down in this moment. As
Kirv
in
just
this,
legit falls asleep.
yeah, as in this moment, you
Don't have to
two,
ask me twice.
you two portray the side of tending for a youngster who has fallen over in the alleyway while you were moving to and from. Meanwhile, Romulus is tending to a drunkard who may have needed some help, even if some individuals may have seen him strike the individual in question over the head with the large end of a blade.
Well, they don't know that was me because I was 10 foot away.
That's not how that works, Harlan.
No, they do because you said it was out in an alleyway. So anyone who was looking over at this individual wouldn't have directly seen me because I'm down the alleyway, thus blocked by the wall.
But holding the sword that they saw the tip of that twatted him over the
I
head.
don't know what you're talking about. That is covered up.
Yeah, holding the sword, and also the person who was happening to look directly down the alleyway as you whacked him over the head, and then proceeded to
Oh, yeah,
prop him
that.
up.
I think then as we're kind of putting on this little show, Mortar is just going to project over to Ellie and just say, is everything okay? What happened?
Going over to Ellie's side at this moment, before that message is sent.
Perfect.
Ellie, you land in kind of a nearby alleyway, holding on to Vinny in this moment. As you can see, blood is streaming from his nose, his ears, kind of still dripping, and it's beginning to mingle with some of the water nearby and kind of the puddles on the cobbled streets. You can hear the sounds of people moving by, a cart just rolling past, and as you land and kind of hold Vinny in this moment, you watch as Vinny kind of slowly and groggily almost begins to regain some level of coherence, as if coming out of a daze.
Okay. Oh god. Vinny, you're leaking.
I do that from time to time.
What happened?
There's some sort of security measure, like a red lightning thing. Didn't seem to respond until I opened the window and the eye came through, but
Oh,
but I don't know what happened.
are you okay now?
I'm in one piece, but I think it's got my scent.
Okay. Oh, hang on. Romulus does this. How many fingers am I holding up? And I hold my hand up. How many things am I holding up?
How many things am I holding up?
Well, no
Well, I
hands.
can't exactly say fingers. Don't really have
I know,
hands.
It's just disgusting how accurate it is.
I guess 3 plus 1. You can't really put the tentacle away, can you?
Okay, no, you can see. Okay. Alright. What do we do? Do we go back to the rest? Do we run? Do we now charge in there like Mortar does? Because they now know that we're here? I don't... What's the plan?
At this moment, the message from Mortar comes through. Everything okay? What's happening, Ellie? I believe was the word.
Vinny's leaking, but he's okay. He can count my things.
What happened to Vinny?
Red lightning?
Some sort of guard.
Guy. Oh, there you go, yeah. He's in the chat.
A guard, but we didn't see anything in there.
No, it definitely wasn't there until we were about to leave.
Was it one of those Sons of Silver that you were talking about?
No, not sure it was even human. It was some sort of red lightning thing. Blasted
Red
my mind.
Does that ring any
Mortar,
bells?
have you got them on the phone? Right. Could you ask Ellie, where did she put my rolling pin?
You just hear back,
think
I
you
can
can
hear you!
I was about to say, I think it's literally Mortar says it at the same time so that they can hear you.
So, the question you asked, Mortar.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a history check.
Because I think I remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll explain where I'm getting why I'm making it valid for me to make this. Is
Okay.
when I had the vision, when I actually became a member of the House of the Void, and I saw everybody facing my dad. There were a group of floating, I believe they were red cloaked entities. Does that seem to is that the case? Does that seem to kind of resonate with me?
There is a potential familiarity there of there being a link, but you don't necessarily know if that is the case. It's more of a superstition in this moment.
Okay. Do you still want me to roll history?
I'll say go ahead and roll history, yeah. This will be just to see how grounded this might be. At this time, you also know that in the natural 20s again. So that's a total of...
That's a -2 for me.
So that's a 23. You think back to that vision and the figures in red. You didn't necessarily see them projecting lightning at all by any means, in kind of but they were a floating figure, kind of wrapped in this red, kind of almost a slightly spectral nature to them. But you do know that the Plains of Desolation is often frequented with large lightning storms, and the lightning in there tends to be of a deep purple, black, and red coloration. So there is a possibility. There is a correlation between there that could be very much correct, but at the same time, you don't know if it would be like that. It's better to be wary in this instance of that understanding than to be blind to it.
I think Mortar's going to keep that to himself momentarily, at least until we've all kind of united again. Okay, so what's the plan then? Do we all want to slowly make our own way back to the tavern, or do we want to move to somewhere else?
Beau and Carvern were making their way towards you guys, just to rendezvous, given the nature of the situation. So...
Okay.
You guys should all head back to the tavern.
Okay. Alright. You and Ellie going to be okay?
Hope so. Need to figure
I
out
can't
what's
see why
happening
not.
here.
Well,
So they now
just-
know we're here.
More what I'm thinking is you're, bleeding from a lot of orifices, and Ellie looks like a awesome crystal dragon girl. It's not exactly the lowest profile.
Well, we'll just have to make that work. There's not a lot we can do about it beyond teleport or go invisible.
Okay. I'm wondering if maybe it might be worth Romulus coming to you.
We're standing in the middle of the street, I believe.
So it's at that point your coat falls limp and falls to the ground as the construct disappears, as it was only there for a minute.
Yeah, Mortar just swerves the coat around his shoulders, puts his arms through just seamlessly as he's talking.
Okay, and any onlooker has watched as a perceived child just disappeared.
Perfect.
But at this point, I will say, as this conversation is happening, you watched as one of the guards walked to the edge of the iron bars and just kind of looked through and seems to be looking through and memorizing your guys' faces. For two of you, that's good because you're disguised self.
Yeah.
For the Minotaur amongst you, less so, as he seems to be keeping an eye. And in this moment, you can hear the sound of an individual kind of walking. What sounds to be two individuals walking closer to the alleyway. You can hear specifically what sounds like armored boots.
Okay.
I feel like we should probably get out of there.
I think us running is going to potentially cause more issues. But Yeah, it doesn't do us any favors getting caught either.
Right. Who's
It might
looking
get us
at me?
closer though.
Who's looking at me currently?
Currently, there is the guy behind the bars who is on the inside of the perimeter of the manor who is looking at you. The civilian who was looking at you has kind of moved on and seems to have potentially drawn the attention of nearby guards who may have been alerted to the
The
shout
guards
of
haven't
pain.
yet seen me, but are on their way.
No, but they're on their way by the sounds of it. They're potentially either going to arrive within a round or at some point soon, so there will be initiative rolls to see if you can get out of there in time.
Okay.
And
What I would like
that's
to do
all you
then
can really
is,
see.
can I perform an action whilst I'm hunched over this guy and like just turn my back a little bit to the guard fellow who's looking in from the house?
Yeah, you can.
I would like to take one of my hand axes,
Mm-hmm.
and I would like to lightly cut Romulus's chest, and then and hand him this individual here unless he has a weapon on him, actually. But that's the first question. Does he have a weapon on him?
You can go ahead and make an investigation check. This will potentially slow down your other checks.
All right. Well, then I'm just. No. Let's just do it. I'm
Okay.
going to take one of my hand axes and cut my chest and make sure, again, with my body hidden over him, so it looks as though, so that the guard can't see, and just quickly slice my chest open a little bit. Not too much, but I feel like I would
Enough
know.
to draw blood. I'll say take a hit
Enough
point
to
of
draw blood.
damage, because at this point
Reasonable.
it's more just the act of cutting enough to give a little bit.
Yep, reasonable. So, and then I'm going to put that hand axe in his other hand, from where he had the alcohol. And my story is, if they ask, is going to be, well, he attacked me, so I knocked him unconscious because, well, I didn't want to be attacked.
So, so with this being a potential alibi and something that's going on, I'll ask Mortar and Kirv, what are you doing at this moment? As the sound of boots is getting closer and the potential of guards arriving is going to get some attention.
I'm still
I'll put those
pretending
cards
to
in the
sleep.
moment.
You're going to pretend to sleep?
I'm still pretending to sleep.
Okay.
I've been told what I need to do. I'm doing it until I'm told otherwise. I couldn't see or hear. And I trust, I trust my partner. He's keeping me in the loop. Yeah.
I'm trying to, for sure.
Okay. So Mortar, what are you
It's
doing?
tricky when he's also got an 8 intelligence. I think Mortar. Let me see what my options are. AKA, what are my attack modifiers? Yeah. I think. Oh, this is weird. This could be weird. I was going to say, this guard, he's currently looking at us, yeah?
Yes, he is.
Okay, a little bit tricky. I was going to potentially try and cast fear on him, make him run away. Try to make a commotion, and then we can also run away as well, while also pretending to be scared.
Can try.
But we literally have like a round before they come and get us, right?
Correct. And if he succeeds his save,
Okay.
then that's information that he'll be able to potentially pass on.
Yes. Yeah, I agree. In which case, then I think I'm going to telepathically say to Kirv and Romulus, I think our best play is for them to catch us, because otherwise, you've got kind of speaks directly to Romulus. You've got a good alibi in terms of what you've just done. Kirv and I are just two unassuming individuals who found themselves in this alley.
Okay.
We'll play with that now.
That's not a good alibi.
So Ellie, you hear
Yeah,
this conversation.
I never said I was good with plans.
As the primary
Yeah,
member
yeah, it's
of the
completely open
telepathic
to
bond,
everybody.
you hear this being said. So if you two would like to weigh in as a potential option, that's up to you. Otherwise, I would like Mortar and Kirv to go ahead and make me additional performance checks here. Due to the success of your previous ones, you make these as normal without disadvantage.
Well, sorry, it was Kirv. Did Kirv say that is a bad idea?
Kirv said over the bond.
Yeah.
That's a bad alibi. We found ourselves in this alley.
Well, I
It-
mean, crazy nights
I
take us
will
to crazy places.
also put in, from what I can guess, I don't recall the guy having a weapon when I saw him. So, how did he hurt Romulus? And also, you cut yourself across the chest. Can he reach your chest?
To be clear, I gave him my hand. I put my hand access, and
Okay.
I've hidden the other one because I had to. Actually, no, I think I lost the other one a while back.
I
I
don't
think I only
remember.
had one hand axe.
Oh, okay.
So
I think
basically,
then-
so I gave him the hand axe. So, and there's nothing on there that actively ties it to me. Because I think I threw one of them and I never actually remembered to pick it up. I can't remember for certain. Anyhow,
Yeah.
I will say,
Either
in
either
this
way,
moment,
I've just had a thought, so I think this is what I'm going to do in a split second, because Kirv obviously been like, this is a bad alibi. Mortar's like, you're absolutely right, this is a terrible idea. So Mortar's going to come up with an even worse one. In this moment, he's going to try and do what he did before, where he was able to subtly cast a spell, and he's going to cast summon Shadow Spawn behind the guard who's looking in, and have it just start screeching. And just draw the attention so we can run.
Well,
okay, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. This will be with disadvantage because this is a larger spell and you're aiming it behind the guy.
Okay, so stealth
And
disadvantage.
he has
but
actively
with the plus-
perceived you at this point, so...
Yes, yes. As I said, this is a terrible idea, but you know,
would I know that
it's
this is
what I
about to
have.
happen via the telepathic bot?
He's saying that this is... I'd say at this moment, you've understood that it's been told it's a bad alibi, and then all these questions have come
feel like-
through. So
yeah,
I'd say...
I feel like it's one of those things where you know my intention. You may not necessarily know the spell, but you know I'm about to do something that is either make or break.
Okay. I think then what I'm going to do is Romulus is going to try and be a little bit louder about his actions. Like,
Oh, awesome.
like I'm going to be basically be doing like I would like to do a medicine check, but in doing so, but like look him over like really loudly, like okay, right, he's breathing, that's good, he's all right, okay, thank goodness. Oh, and like just like basically making a little bit of a spectacle of it,
Very
try and
nice,
draw
very nice.
attention away from Mortar.
Okay, so
Very
here's
nice.
what we're going to do then. For this, roll with disadvantage, but we are going to take the left
Okay.
die, whatever it may be,
This one
for the
here.
guards. Not the guy behind the
Oh.
bars, the guards who are potentially on
Okay.
their way. Because it is a matter
Okay.
of the person looking at you and perceiving you is potentially going to see this, but the people who can't see you would just be trying to mask the nature of the volume of this as Romulus is
Okay.
aiding in this. So go ahead and make me the stealth check.
Okay, so I'm rolling with disadvantage. Is the guard getting my stealth modifier as well?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. So it's the same both ways, so it'll be a 6 for both of them.
Yeah.
Plus...
So
what's
6
stealth?
plus 9 for Mortar.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, it's whatever, 15.
So at this moment, as you begin to cast this spell, it's not quiet, but it's not loud. There's rain, there's Romulus otherwise talking in this moment, and you watch as the guard kind of almost puts a hand on his weapon, and in that moment you watch as he turns, spotting it out of the corner of his eye, and at that point your Shadow Spawn screams. The other guards who are in the... I need to actually double check their stat block real quick.
Yeah, I'm just going to double check the shadow spawn quickly because there is a certain one that I believe I want to summon for this exact occasion.
Sorry. We're gonna what?
They're gonna die.
Okay, so for reference, for the guards in the street, a 15 is a pass. For the mercenary, however, that is
Okay.
a fail. So the mercenary notes this and immediately will react to it. Meanwhile, the guards, they kind of hear this sound of one of them just kind of crawling its way out of the mud in this moment, and they kind of turn and are surprised, giving you lot a moment to potentially run for it.
Amazing. Yeah, awesome. Happy days. In which case, then Mortar will kind of say over the link, time to go.
Okay,
All right.
Okay.
so I would like your choice
Uh,
of stealth or athletics from you guys, but I'm going to want you three to do it as a group, so you choose which one you would like.
I am
Ooh, okay.
personally I would like to do athletics for fairly obvious
Let's do
reasons.
athletics. I think because also Kirv has disadvantage on stealth because of her armor.
Correct.
And
I
I've
didn't
already
see-
been seen. What I'm going
So
to do, if it pleases the court, is I'm going to basically react as though I'm reacting to the streaming, like, oh god, what's that? But
Exactly.
and like, and specifically, I'm gonna go, sorry, buddy, you're on your own. To the unconscious man.
Awesome.
Okay,
yeah.
go ahead and make me a...
Very much in a similar vein.
I'll say, you know what? You say this as other people in the area kind of do shout and begin to move off. You hear the sound of a gun crack, presumably from one of the people in the tower seeing this thing spawn and just take a shot at it. So there is more noise going on that it doesn't raise suspicion, I'll say.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Cool,
All right.
cool.
Time to go. Let's do athletics then, shall we? Does that work for
Very
everybody?
well.
Okay,
I would love athletics.
okay.
Let's
Go
with
ahead
athletics.
and roll me an athletics, you three, as you begin to run.
I don't think I'm gonna pass this. Oh, I've just disconnected from tabletop again.
And I
Just
would
one-
like to expend a rage whilst I'm doing this in order to get advantage.
Could,
Is that all right? If
Your
that pleases the court?
would end one round afterwards,
yeah.
and this is
Okay. I'm just going to put these down.
Yeah,
This
put
is
them
not the
down.
roll. I'm putting these down.
Here's what
Please
I'll
speak.
say, because it's not quite going to be the same as advantage. I'll say here, roll one, and then get a re-roll as part of this, because the initial burst of that rage will be useful for getting away, but then the prolonged run thereafter to gain distance, it wouldn't be applicable for. So I will say that you will get a re-roll, which could end up being worse, could end up being better. Hence the not quite advantage, but almost. Well, it
I
can't
would
get
definitely
worse.
like a reroll.
So it can't get worse with a natural one. That is
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
that is atrocious for
Really
Romulus,
sad.
but
14 still.
14 is still
Can I get a reroll?
good. What did you get?
I rolled a 4.
No.
Oh,
And Mortar, what did you get?
I got a 19 on the die for a 20.
Damn.
Nice. So, as in this moment you begin to sprint out, Kirv.
Kirv was falling asleep already.
Yeah, what's your total?
The performance was too good that she actually started falling asleep. Her total was a 5.
Okay.
Oh,
In this
no.
moment, as Kirv turns and kind of begins to run, you move, and there's a moment of like, oh, yes, this is good, and then the ground begins to draw closer to your face, and you're like, wait a minute. And there's a moment where Mortar, you watch as she turns, loses balance, falls head first into the dirt and cobbles, kind of skids a little bit, before you watch as she stands back up and begins to pick herself up. People in the street kind of turn, hearing the commotion, looking towards you three as you run out of the alleyway and begin to run away, as a form of a haggard older lady falls over, stands up, not covered in any dirt, runs away, but you think nothing of it as you three make a run for it in a dash to a safer place. So individuals may have noted
An
some
old-
strange interactions with you three all running and leaving from a particular direction, especially given a Minotaur is a rare sight in these areas.
Sorry, just a quick clarification there. Did I notice that, or
You more watched her hit the ground, hit the dirt and the cobbles, and then stand back up because she would otherwise have been in your way as a group.
oh,
So you watched her
Right,
stand back
okay.
up and run out, but the people in the street watched as a person who is disguised self gained no mud as a result of hitting the
oh,
ground.
sorry. I thought you meant that I saw another old lady who
Oh.
who like fell over and had mud on and didn't have any mud on her. So I was just like, what?
So, am I the old lady?
Yeah, because you were the old. You
Yeah, I
said
suppose so.
you disguised self previously as an older human, didn't you?
No, just a female human.
Okay.
I was actually imagining her to be quite pretty.
Okay, so you
Not
watch as
all-
a you
not
watch
all
as a
females
pretty
are
But there you go.
a pretty female human falls over into the mud, stands up, not covered in any mud whatsoever, nor bruises, nor scratches, nor anything, and then continues on her way, running down the street, with what looks to be an older haggard guy and a Minotaur. So,
Hell yeah.
as you make the run for it in this moment, Ellie and Vinny, you are a distance away, but you hear the sound of gunshot in the distance. You hear the notion of potentially causing a distraction and the three of them making a run for it. What would the two of you like to do in this moment?
Sorry, just a mechanical thing. In case it helps, I was actually using the Shadow Spawn's Dreadful Scream ability.
That's fine. Does that do anything that I should worry about?
It's a saving throw against my DC or be frightened of the spirit for 1 minute. So essentially, the idea was to make it where there is a legit panic in the area from everyone.
Okay, so as you do that, the guard in particular who had it spawn behind them is caught off guard. He does get a reroll though because it's against frightened. What's your DC?
17.
Okay, that is a 19, so he succeeds on the second attempt. The guard what's the range on this?
30 feet.
30 feet? Okay, so from there, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, the one in the tower is far enough away that they don't have to roll. But the guard in the street, that is a fail. They don't get a reroll because they are just regular guards at the moment. And the other one rolls a natural 1. So the two guards who you were trying to avoid the attention of are frightened and immediately kind of catch sight of this really deranged creature. And the one who is the guard on the interior steals himself, and you watch as he spins, pulling this greatsword free, and just slices into it.
Awesome.
Doesn't really matter how
sorry,
much
just
health it
wanted-
has, but it doesn't last long enough to do significant damage to the guard or anything of that matter. They are trained killers,
No worries.
they are mercenaries. They would be able to handle a summon such as this.
Awesome.
So, the three of you make a run for it. Where are you heading?
I feel like we should potentially split up and make our own way back.
I will indeed be making my way downtown. Walking fast, and I'm homebound. No.
Because Mortar is going to make a point of trying to stick to the alleys, kind of capitalizing on the darker kind of portions. But if it looks like one of our number is going to struggle potentially making their way back more, then he'll stick with them.
Okay,
So
so
like-
here's what I'll say. If you're splitting up, I would like all three of you to roll separately for either an athletics or a stealth check of your choice. But if you're planning to stick with anyone, you don't get to make that choice until you have to make the choice before any rolls are resolved. I'll say because you've been and gone to the tavern enough at this point, there's not going to be any problems of anybody getting lost. It's more of a matter of if anybody gets spotted at this point.
I think my best bet is to just move at the greatest speed possible,
Okay.
because
Yep.
despite my atrocious rolls, my athletics is significantly higher than my stealth.
Okay.
So,
Could-
I think I'm just going to be booking it as far
Could-
as I reasonably can.
Okay, so you'll
Could
be
you
breaking off
potentially
from the
with
others.
your Could you potentially with your athletics be able to, because your athletics is bonkers, would you be able to aid Kirv with hers, or is it better that she comes with me, but she has disadvantage on stealth? What do you think?
Okay. Curve, what's your dexterity score? Zero. Got it.
You're
muted
muted
if
if you're
you know.
talking, Rebecca. Or she's had to quickly go
Okay.
be right back. Okay. Either way,
Alternative.
I can tell you her dex is 14 and her strength is 12.
Okay. Here's
She
what
has
I'm thinking.
disadvantage on stealth.
Yes, correct.
What is the height of the nearby buildings? Are they single story,
Two
multi-story?
stories. Two stories. Most of them are either flat roof or have kind of a slight slant to them.
Feasibly, if I was to Giant's Might, would I be able to essentially, what's the word? Throw. Throw. Yeah, I'm gonna go with throw. Throw or place Curve up onto the onto one of the rooftops, allowing Curve to move along the rooftops, thus being outside of the major lines of sight.
I could cast levitate on her.
Oh no. Sorry, the first thing I heard was I could cast levitate on.
Both
Okay.
both in theory could work. The main thing would then is it would still be in athletics, but it would be in athletics to jump, and if she fails, then it would be she falls down the alleyway and probably breaks something.
Or what would Rebecca like to do?
Where are we? Sorry, I just got back.
We're running, trying to work
We're
out. We
running.
think splitting up is the best bet. Because you've got disadvantage on stealth, I want to get you up on top of the rooftop so you can move across the rooftops instead.
I see. But the danger is if I fall, that it's going to really set us back.
Well, it sets us both
Okay.
back because the party will be splitting up at this point. If that's something the party
Well, I'd
wants
like to think someone might stay behind to help me out, but you know.
Nah,
Yeah.
they've abandoned
So-
you.
It depends
So I
on
think the
how
point
you
is
want
that
to
you-
approach
Absolutely
this.
not.
It depends on how you want to approach this. There is the stealthy option, which, for the most part, at this point, will be with disadvantage for most of you anyway,
Yeah.
because you've run for it, and then immediately moving to stealth usually doesn't work. When it comes to running, just using athletics, that will be fine for all of you across the board. It'll just be regular rolls. But you could also potentially try and blend in using deception or persuasion or something or performance to try and escape. But it'll be a difficult one because you have already run from the scene.
Okay. Two things. First thing, Filch is still in there. I should probably. I'm not connected to him at all, am I?
You can mentally tell him to get out of there.
Then I will tell him to retreat, but fly high so he can't be seen.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check for Filch, please. With advantage due to the weather and his small size.
Okay, that'll be a 12 plus the modifier.
What's the modifier?
I don't know. Don't you have the?
Okay.
What if you've got a crow?
Crow.
I've got a thing.
Plus 2.
'cause-
So
Yeah.
that would be 14.
So that's a 14.
Okay, and his AC is... Okay, you tell him to get out of there, followed by the sound of a gunshot and the silence
Oh,
from
man.
Filch.
Okay.
Co-
So Kirv has now got no familiars with her currently.
Which means you lose your
I
ability to
think-
use your second Hexblade's Curse.
Yeah.
If you need to
Okay.
use it today.
Yeah. I think in the adrenaline and the sort of quiet loss that has just happened, she is going to attempt the jump.
Okay.
Well, you're not up there yet. So it would just
Well,
be...
she'll go up there and she'll attempt to do.
If Romulus
whatever.
wants to Giants, mate, it will draw more attention to you guys.
Oh, do I need? I can't just climb up there.
No, this
If
is
I-
just regular
is it-
buildings.
Is it viable for me to do this without Giant's Might, given my
No.
already prodigious... Okay.
This is a 2-story building, Harlan.
Yeah, it's fair.
As
It's
much
fair.
as
Also,
throwing
Kirv.
someone up there would sound really cool, she is wearing heavy splint. Actually, you know what? Here's what I'll do. If you want to give it a try, you can. You may throw her through a second-story window and draw even more attention to your party members. If you roll too high, you'll throw her over the building, and if you get it just right, she'll land on the roof, but take a little bit of falling damage instead of a lot.
Right.
Boy.
Or you can giant smite, and you can just put her up there.
Yeah.
Or we can just run.
Or you can just run. It's up to you.
I mean,
Right, what-
I
what-
can
what's your take on
thunder
it?
step, but obviously it's going to cause attention.
I mean, you're already balls
That's
deep
going
in
to-
3 pound anyway.
Look, if I'm
Thunder's
able
going
to
to-
find a quiet, small area, I might be able to just
And then Thunder's
teleport. But
decimate that area.
yes,
Mm,
look, we don't seem to have many good
No,
options.
I love
So
it.
yeah,
No, I love
sure,
it.
fine, Romulus,
love it.
throw me. See how it goes.
You're gonna have to
No,
toss me.
you know what? Okay. Final
Don't
question.
tell
Do we
anyone
want to-
about this.
Do we want to just run for it, or do we want to throw? That is my question. Everyone vote in 3, 2, 1.
Throw.
Run.
Right.
Throw.
Die.
Okay,
Die.
I got 2 runs from the people that I actually care about. No offense, Chris.
No,
You're the
that's fair.
DM.
For a corpse.
So we're going to run
Okay.
and just run. Okay.
Okay, so athletics check from Romulus, Kirv, and Mortar. And I'm going to ask if you're splitting up or staying together.
13.
If you're
Tragic.
staying
I'd split
together,
up.
then you are going to be using the lowest roll amongst you 3. If you're splitting up,
Oh boy.
then you are using your own individual scores.
Splitting
Mortar will
up, I
split
feel.
up. Mortar will split up for sure. But
Okay.
he's
Kirv
going
will-
to. In fact, actually, I think he'll stay with Kirv. I think.
Curve will say over the bond, we have
Okay.
better chances if we split up.
Okay. Mortar will instead peel off then.
Okay, so everyone makes theirs separately. Romulus, you got a 13, you said?
Yeah, I'm really rolling poor
Oh,
on,
no.
on the old athletics today.
Hmm, that was unfortunate. Okay, so
To be
13.
fair, 13's still not bad. It's still
13 is
above
still the
average.
highest amongst your 3 by the looks of it, though. So,
Yeah, I rolled so bad.
Oh no.
so
12.
Me and Vinny are having a nice old walk.
13. Yeah, you and Vinny, I'm not even going to
We'll
worry
see.
about what you guys are doing. You guys can just go, and that's okay. So at this point, it's mainly about these 3.
We had such a good plan.
Did we?
No.
So, with what did you get there, Mortar? We have a 13, a 12,
And a 7.
and a 7. Okay, you begin to run as best you can. You split up in different directions. It takes you a little bit. There are times when you kind of take a moment to catch your breath, then continue moving at a relative pace. As you continue to move along, it takes a little bit, but you do all arrive back at the Twisted Tap. Not in good time with one another. At this point, I'll say the telepathic bond has dropped, as it takes you all a varied amount of time to arrive. I'll say that Ellie and Vinny, you have both arrived back at the Twisted Tap. You were the first to get there, followed by...
Well, hold on.
Well, actually, that's true.
Yeah,
What
we
did you
didn't
two
even get a
want to
choice
do?
of what we were doing.
That's true. So what did you want to do? Sorry.
There was something I wanted to clarify.
Mm-hmm.
When I heard the creature's voice right at the end of last session,
Yep.
as we were teleporting out, it was something to the effect of, "You can
You can run, but you
run,
can't
but
hide.
you can't hide." Yeah.
Yes.
They're probably being scried on.
Yeah. I want us to get a little bit away from where we teleported to, but I'm not sure it's a great idea for us to meet up with the others yet.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think with me and Ellie here, we should try and figure out what this is first. If it's psychic rather than necessarily magic, it might not show up to something like detect magic, but I do think if you would be alright to try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that's a
will
great idea.
take a couple of minutes to. Hang on. Actually, do I have? No, I'm gonna. 1 sec. No, I don't have it. So I'm going to have to take Ritual Cast Detect Magic.
Are you doing this
see
in the
if I
middle of
can-
the street?
I assume we'd probably move
Yeah.
over or move away. We're not just going to be like slap bang in the middle of the road.
Okay.
Yeah, we should leave where we directly teleported to, so we should try and find somewhere reasonably quiet.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say
Close
Both?
by.
both of you go ahead and roll me either a survival or investigation check to find somewhere quiet.
Damn, I've got to go to my computer. Hang on. What am I rolling?
Survival or investigation?
Okay, I've got a 25 investigation.
And investigation for me. Yeah, also 25.
Okay. The two of you, kind of in lockstep, begin to move away from the crowd, some of whom are gawking, some of whom are kind of turning and hearing these gunshots, and kind of the sounds of commotion further away, a screech from off in the distance, and you use that moment to break away, begin to move off in a direction. It's at that point that you see Carvern and Beau kind of coming towards you, and there's a moment where the kind of the mental bond, as they send a message to you two. Okay, what's going on and what are we doing?
I'll look at Vinny.
The infiltration went badly. I think I'm made. You guys should try and get back to the tavern. Meet back up with the others.
Right, and what about you two?
We're gonna try and figure out what's going on here first, whether we're being followed.
Okay.
If we
It's-
think we're clean, we'll meet back up with you. If we get into trouble, we'll have to involve you.
Understood. And as your two groups walk past one another nonchalantly, they continue going, and you hear just kind of at this point you hear a message from Beau partway through. No one seems to be following you. Doesn't mean there aren't though, just ones I can't spot. We're gonna head back to the tavern now. And they otherwise head their own way and make their way back to the Twisted Tap.
Okay. Alright.
So, you, with relative allowance to what you're able to do, you otherwise go from the street and you arrive at close to where Beau and Carvern had left, as you see the Liquid Lemon Tavern. You can see what looks to be a image of a pitcher that is half full by the looks of it from the look of the sign. As you take this moment, this is probably the safest place it's going to be at. As you take a step inside, out of the rain, out of the wind, and able to prepare to cast a ritual spell, you kind of step in, find a booth, and sit down as best you can. People are drawn to the attention of a very strange centaur walking in, by all means. As you can see, various mercenaries just kind of look, almost eyeing suspiciously, but don't particularly seem to do much before they kind of look about or go back to their drinks and their conversations and such. As you take a moment, you cast Detect Magic. The spell holds, and as you look around, make me a perception check.
I'm gonna check around, Vinny. Fuck me. Perception. Of course it's perception.
Of course it would be.
I have a -1 to perception.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Alright then.
You've only got to beat the spell save DC if there is a scribe orb there.
18?
18!
I believe
Nice!
that's pretty good.
You're fairly certain there's no scry sensor there. Although, if they're particularly good at hiding themselves or anything, and there isn't anything that you see, as you are looking around, you do see around the room there is a kind of a sparseness to the magical items that these individuals have, but you can see that they are well equipped, very similar to how Beau has non-magical weapons that are improved in some fashion or another. The same can be said with all of the weapons and such that these mercenaries carry. There are regular patrons as well within this building itself, and as you're sat there kind of looking around for these scry sensors, you watch as one of the members of staff just kind of comes over. Can I get either of you anything? Or are you just sheltering in out of the rain?
Mostly just shelter, but I'd love an ale, if that's okay.
Of course, yes. That'll be 1 copper. Anything for you, lass?
Milkshake?
I'll see what we got. If not, would juice suffice?
Yeah, that's good.
That's all right. We have plenty of lemonade. And otherwise, turns around and heads back. Oh, 2 copper for that.
Right, I'll hand over 2 copper.
Yeah, so 2 copper overall for your drinks as they head back. They come back shortly with what looks to be a glass of lemonade by the looks of it. You can see there's a small slice of lemon to the, on the edge of it, and a little bit of ice in there as well, as they go back to helping other patrons and going around. A number of them kind of get up after finishing eating and they head out. The day begins to go by. Are you laying low for a little bit? Are you holding on, or are you at this point believing you're not being followed and would like to go back to the Twisted Tap?
So I'm not seeing you being scried on? Doesn't mean you're not. Like, these orbs are hard to find, but definitely being scried on.
If you can't see a scrying orb, there probably isn't one. But there are other forms of divination, right?
Jamie, I've just sent you a DM.
Oh, fucking hell, I put Mordant on.
Are you alright, Jamie? You seem.
He's
Are
hand
you
stitching.
okay?
He's hand
I
stitching
am
because he's
sewing.
behind on his cosplay, so he needs to hand stitch in order to get it done in time. So he's hand stitching. And,
Does
in the words of previous Jamie, there's a reason that they call it con crunch.
allow casters trap their target. I don't even mind spike, mate.
And in
Vinny,
the words of
do you
future
have a
Jamie,
spell on
past
you
Jamie's
that can
a dickhead.
protect you from scrying? Yeah, he is. I don't. Can you be protected from scrying? Mr.
Not-
Vinny?
To my awareness, I don't think I have any specific protection from that.
Non-detection would be the only one that would be to your knowledge, to either of your knowledge. There's a note, it does have a material component, which is 25 GP of diamond dust that would need to be sprinkled. And it is consumed. So it is expensive to use it over and over again. Except for yours, Ellie, which is passive, due to the nature of your corruption.
Yeah, because I'm a horrible vet.
Because you have a horrible creature that is currently hiding you from the rest of the world, you are constantly affected by non-detection, for better or for worse. Which means if somebody else in the
Yeah.
party tries to cast telepathic bond, it won't work on you.
No.
Which is wonderful.
So can I get, if Grandad wants to send a sending to me, can I receive that sending?
Sending is evocation.
Oh, okay, cool.
So sending can
Oh,
actually
okay.
get sending can get around that, but any form of divination regarding your character, so things like telepathic bond, scrying, anything like that, doesn't work on you anymore.
Okay. So I don't think you're being watched, and it's physically impossible to watch me.
Okay, that's good. My concern was the damage I took from that creature's intrusion
Hmm.
felt very similar to when you guys were fighting the worm.
Mm.
So did your worm attack you?
No, what I mean is that sort of psychic intrusion doesn't work the same as normal magic, right? Like you can't.
Yeah.
Your detect magic
Oh.
couldn't see that thing.
Hmm.
Detect magic was a good thing to try first, but if there's a psychic intrusion of that sort of nature, I don't know that we'd need something else to find it and get rid of it.
Okay. Look down at Cychania. Are you able to cast at the moment? I know you're looking after Mum and Dad.
I can cast, yeah.
I keep forgetting Slow Chain, you can talk now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
BRB.
cast. I can't seem to remember my spells because the DM hasn't got my document open, but I might be able to help while he goes and finds
It's
them.
through my attunement. It's just I know that basically while she was looking after Ellie's mum and dad, she wasn't able to cast.
Oh no, she can cast now.
It took a lot. Okay, cool. Right. Okay, then I can possibly do detect thoughts and see if there's a thought that's not yours hanging around in your head.
That would certainly be a possibility that you could try.
I'm happy to give it a go.
Okay. Alright, then I will, through Cychania, cast Detect Thought.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. I will say with advantage due to the fact that this is using a higher level spell. I should have had that for when you use detect magic, but I believe no for surrounding senses it's just you have disadvantage if you don't have detect magic. So carry on.
Okay.
Because you're specifically trying to find the entity as opposed to a scry sensor.
Ugh. Perception.
Yep.
That sucks. 9.
Okay. You use detect thoughts. You can feel the presence of a lot of minds throughout the room, along with ones that you didn't expect to be there. Ones that are of a slightly lower intention. Minds that seem to be not necessarily intelligent, because does detect thoughts? It's been a while. If a creature has intelligence of 3 or lower, you cannot speak any languages, the creature is unaffected. You can focus your mind on one creature, so no.
Back in a bit.
Presence of creatures. Okay, so no, never mind. You wouldn't be able to... You don't need to detect what you can see. You don't detect things like rats and mice and stuff because they don't have the intelligence, I don't think.
No. We've never done it where I've detected it, unless I've intentionally said I'm looking for something of life.
Yeah, because I believe they don't have a high enough... They need an intelligence of 3 or higher in order to be detected, and I believe most animals have an intelligence of 2, so... As you're otherwise there, you can sense the nearby presence of all of the people who you can see in the chamber, nothing that you can't see. So you feel fairly secure.
Focus specifically on Vinny? Is there just Vinny's thoughts in there, or is there potentially others?
You can see Vinny's thoughts, or not see Vinny's thoughts. You can see Vinny's surface thoughts. You'd have to dig deeper in order to get further, but you know that last time you did that, you got pulled into them. So it's up to you whether you would like to try and do that.
I'm not going to be playing in Vinny's brain when it's just me and Vinny.
Yeah. There's no extra intrusion that you can tell, but you also know that you can't sense the worm unless you are inside his brain.
Okay. Well, on the surface, I'm not detecting any other thoughts coming from you. And I don't want to push, because I don't think this is the place for it. If there is.
That's fair. Is it possible that anything else trying to dig in would have had?
I mean, I could have... If they are rooted deeper in your subconscious and tracking you that way, like if the worm is communicating with someone or something, then digging deeper may have revealed that, but I don't want to go into your head on my own.
No, that's fair.
I can't think of any other way of detecting.
Okay, I'm back.
So, I guess our best bet might be to re-up detect magic, and as we leave, make sure there's nothing hiding outside the door
Okay.
that's possibly following us.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Another perception check, which I suck at. can I borrow someone else's eyes? Can I like just steal eyes for better perception?
No,
13.
you already have enough. You feel fairly safe. You look around, you can see that there's nothing in particular that stands out in terms of like magical arcane identification or anything. People are people walking by. The hubbub seems to have calmed down a little bit. You can't hear any gunshots, you can't hear any sounds of shouting, and it seems that most of the issue has blown over.
Okay. Well, let's go back to the tavern. I can't see anyone invisible. I can't see anything following us. And I don't trust that them lot haven't been killed.
That's
I heard
fair.
screeching and
yeah.
shooting. Mortar's probably shot at least 4 people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel like that's
Hopefully
just
none
giving
of
me
them
permission.
citizens.
Yeah, let's gather our bearings. If there is something going on here, we can figure it out afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So you head back to the Twisted Tap. Slowly but surely, you all begin to filter back into the Twisted Tap over the course of the next hour. The telepathic bond has ended clearly at this point, and you're a little bit in disarray and discommunication. The first people to arrive back there are Beau and Carver. They very much aware of the fact that they had to just go straight back there with relative expediency. They travelled without running, but without getting lost as they travelled there. With the lower athletics from the runaway group, you all began to arrive one after another, kind of sporadically spread over 5-10 minutes between one another. And then finally, after a little bit of time away, Ellie and Vinny otherwise return to the Twisted Tap. A number of people have come and gone in that time. It seems like patrons have come in from what looks to be kind of the earlier hours. It's getting closer to lunch at this point. And people are sitting down enjoying some basic food. Some people are having drinks, and you can see that others are seemingly kind of getting lunch before they head back to work, as it were. As you all step into the Twisted Tap, the innkeeper otherwise just kind of nods at all of you as you all come back in. What would you like to do?
So we all back, yeah?
Yeah.
So what happened? I heard shooting. Who did more to kill?
Funny enough, I didn't actually draw my gun on anyone, so fuck you, first off. And second off, is everyone okay? Damn,
Oh.
Vinny, you're looking a little dark under the eyes there, man. You're right.
I'll recover. The injury itself wasn't so bad. It's just, I think whatever did this knows who I am now.
Knows who you are. Okay.
I don't know the specifics. I'm not exactly an expert, but
So-
it seemed like its attack was some kind of intrusion into my mind, and since it succeeded, it may have gained something from that.
Are you positive it was an intrusion and not just a blast?
As I was leaving, it said, "You can run, but you can't hide." That could just be a bluff. Ellie couldn't find any evidence of there being any snooping, so I don't know.
No, I didn't want to dig deeper into his mind without other people around, because we were in a tavern. Bar, pub.
I've had a. There is a spell that I had where I could blast someone's mind with psychic power, and then I could track them. So it's not necessarily scrying. It might be worth just dispelling any magical effects on Vinny, just to be safe. I don't know whether or not that's going to do any.
I mean, Vinny has dispel. I have dispel magic, but I don't.
It might just be worth doing if you.
I'll do I?
I can give it a go if you think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
I think we'll
go for
feel
it.
maybe a little
I'll-
bit safer if that avenue's been taken.
Okay, I'll attempt to dispel magic on myself.
Okay. Go ahead and roll in case there is anything.
Okay, this is.
So it's D20
Just a charisma
plus
check,
your
right?
charisma. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Hold on. No, okay. Okay, yeah, so that's an 11. So
You-
unless it's
That's
third
understandable.
level or lower, that won't have worked.
Okay. Which it would have already automatically, so either way,
Yeah.
something of third level or lower has been removed if there was anything there, and if it's of higher, then it hasn't been removed. But you are still unaware as to whether it may have succeeded or not.
Well, I don't know
Okay.
what more to suggest, but what's our plan now? I mean, they're obviously onto us.
Well, we've had a lay of the land, and we kind of kicked the hornet's nest up a little bit.
I don't think
I
there's any
mean-
point going back today unless we just want to storm the place, and I can't stress enough how much
No.
that is not a good idea.
No, I
True.
second it.
What are
Also,
the chances
that's a
they'll
new-
try and get trust? Oh.
No, please, after you.
What are the chances of them trying to get that trusting guy out of there and somewhere safer?
I mean,
It's entirely
potentially. Sorry, after you.
it's entirely possible. I just don't know what we can do about it at the moment.
I mean, I can potentially go back and shadow the place and give you guys back live intel as kind of things are going. So at least if they are moving, then we have some means of tracking him. And I'm pretty good at tracking people, and I'm pretty sneaky.
I feel that comes with complications. Should you get caught, especially now they're expecting people around, you're on your own
Well-
and we're very far away.
Yeah, I mean, one person. I mean, it's better than the whole team at the end of the day. And also because of the telepathic bond, you know everything that was going on regardless.
I don't like the idea of you going in on your own.
No, me either.
Oh, at this
Trouble
point
is, though, we don't
does-
really have many other options. Our lead sneak is, you know, been beaten to shit. Like, and I do agree. I think, you know, going in there is a bad idea, but I think that we do need to maintain eyes on this place because right now it's crucial. We need to see what it looks like as they batten down the hatches to see if we can figure out any way of getting in there without tripping anything crazy.
Beau at this
So
point
it may not be the best idea, but
just
I
kinda
think it
raises his
is.
hand.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we lost contact with Vinny, so we don't necessarily always have communication with you if they figure out how to break that communication. I don't know how it works, but they've already proved it, so
Didn't it only break when he was in a certain place and encountered a certain thing? Because I don't plan on going inside.
I mean,
I plan on just watching the exterior.
Yeah, as far as we understand at the moment, it seems to be tied to specific parts of the house.
right.
But they have
They-
magics that can, though.
Hmm.
Should they
Yeah, we
want to
don't
try
know
and
if they
stand
can
that?
set that up on the fly.
Hmm.
I thought you said it was an individual who cast it. Didn't you say something about like red cloaks and like red lightning and something?
Oh, that was the
Oh,
thing
that
that
was-
Lightning the
stunned.
That's-
person.
Yeah, that broke the orb and stunned.
Oh.
Stunned Vinny.
Well, that's another variable we need to consider.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Ellie and I were both inside that room and couldn't see it. Neither could you through the eye.
No, I didn't see anything.
Either it's invisible
mean-
and quite sneaky, or it wasn't there until the orb showed up.
I mean, I have an ability which I don't know if it works similarly, but certain creatures with certain creatures with a certain level of intellect can't perceive me if I use this ability. It's possible they might have something similar, or it could have just been good old fashioned invisibility. I'm not really sure.
Maybe.
How long? What is our plan? I mean, we can watch them all the time, but when are we going to act? How are we thinking of possibly acting? Because
Well, we've got a map
having it,
of their building. I mean, that's got to count for something.
it's true.
We
So are we planning on
know
going in there during the
entrances.
night?
I mean, do we feel that's a good course of action, or do we think... I think nighttime would provide us with more cover, but I don't know how close these guys are with, like, City Watch and stuff like that, because we are within their territory as well. That's another thing to consider.
Yes, that's the point of all this. Trustin is high up. He's well connected. We can't act against him directly at the moment. We need... This was supposed to just be reconnaissance. That's why we were using gaseous form. But it turns out that doesn't work so well. The goal was to
happened?
try and find something incriminating on him.
Because the plan was pretty solid initially, but it more or less went shit straight away. What happened?
I'm not sure. The spell worked fine on me, but Ellie had to bail out.
That's not because of the spell. I come to realization because of what I am. Spells like that don't work on me. I don't know if this has always been a thing or if this is recent, but
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what went wrong. Ellie couldn't change, and that caused a loud noise. That-
yeah, sorry about that, guys.
If you didn't know, there's nothing you can do about it. But
Agreed.
that got all of the guards in, which made scoping anything out basically impossible,
Well,
especially since it was just me.
yeah. Okay. Well, we've learned a fair bit of intel here, but I think that there's still more we can glean. And to be absolutely honest with you, I think going back in while the iron is still hot might actually not be a bad idea, because they're not going to know. You know, they're not going to see that coming. They're going to be on high alert, but hopefully that means they're looking more outward than inward. And we've gotten a pretty good lay of the land, so we can use that to our advantage.
That's not guaranteed, given that we did appear inside of there.
True.
And they have guards inside the place regardless.
Okay.
This isn't my area of knowledge, but they shot Filch. They knew, and I don't have Eugene or Filch for now.
We need to wait for tomorrow for that, right?
We would if we're going to wait. But me not having either of them does affect my abilities a little.
Just put a hand on Kirv's shoulder, just give it a little squeeze.
She nods appreciatively.
So, what were the things we weren't prepared for then? It was this security system that they seem to have in place which stops certain scrying implements being able to be used inside the building. There was a additional entity on the inside who was able to use psychic powers to a pretty substantial degree.
Yeah. That didn't attack right away, though, so I don't know. And yes, the fact that Ellie wasn't able to gauge his form, which meant we were on the back foot since they were searching for us the whole time. Or searching for me the whole time. Additionally, it seems that there are guards stationed inside the house at all times.
Okay.
Which is very unfortunate since it makes any kind of scouting extremely difficult.
Mortar will kind of get the map that Ellie drew on initially, and he's going to mark X on the room where Vinny got into contact with the entity. And he's going to say, I may have a little bit of information regarding the entity you encountered. I think it has something to do with me, but I'm not really sure. I saw it when I became an official member of my house. I saw red-robed figures circling above someone. And I may be drawing comparisons to something which is completely off the mark, but if they're anything like me, then they will have psychic abilities. And to my knowledge, the next objective or milestone I need to meet, and he'll hold up Black Scorpion, is to kill an entity of psionic prowess to upgrade this, apparently. So, I don't know whether or not I'm just speculating, but we got to be really careful around that thing. If its powers in, you know, manipulating the mind are more proficient than mine, then people who don't have defenses against that kind of thing are at risk, serious risk. I'm going to go for a quick drink, just to think on this. Let me know when you come. Let me know when you come up with a plan. Mortar will leave the room and he'll walk downstairs to the bar.
Kirv, would you mind going with him? I think we need to be prepared for the possibility of a counterattack. I don't want anyone being alone.
I can do that. And Vinny, you alright?
I'll be fine. I've had worse. It's definitely disappointing. I'm not really sure where we go from here.
Kirv kind of leans in to give Vinny a hug, if he accepts.
He will, yeah. No, reciprocate.
Before she heads off downstairs to Mortar.
Okay, so we dealing with psionics. They now know we're here. I need to kind of make a plan of action as to how we can attempt this. With not much information.
Are we thinking maybe we should have a break and have a think?
Let's do that. So, as our adventurers have a quick IRL and in-game break. We'll be back in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to run 3 minutes of ads just to keep the pre-rolls away. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
I clear up. I have no idea what to do now.
Right, I'm going to be right back.
I do, but it will be something that the party won't agree with. So
Risky.
I'm gonna. Yes, it's very risky.
I look forward to it. I'm going to be back in a minute.
Yeah, we'll
So-
discuss it after the break.
Yeah, we'll discuss after the break for sure. Oh man, damn, that was stressful.
Yeah, honestly, I'm sitting there. I'm like, I have no idea what's going on or what we're gonna do now. Like,
I mean, yeah, them's the breaks, you know. In every plan, there's always something that just that we didn't consider.
part of me feels that if we take a long rest, if we wait until like tomorrow, we're getting ambushed in the middle of the night.
I agree.
That's definitely a possibility.
So I need to
Oh
find out
boy.
what level our room is on, mine specifically. Because if it's on the ground floor, then I am having an elemental out.
I was so positive that that creature had cast Mind Spike on Vinny for the tracking effect. I was like, I'm so positive that that's what he did. Because you know, you can run but you can't hide line that he said, I was like, that's gotta be it. He must have like upcasted it to like a crazy level.
I mean, it could. Remember, it could also be psychic glance.
Yeah, it could be Psychic Lance as well. Yeah, it's more likely Psychic Lance actually because of the amount of damage. It was like 30 odd damage.
It doesn't
Okay.
have
It was-
the
it was-
whole tracking thing, but it does have the we can hit you as long as we know your name.
Yeah. I'm more thinking that Mind Spike casting it would be doing it without the cost of Psychic Lance. And also wouldn't come up as a scry either, or like a divination.
Oh, it is doable. It is very doable.
Well, either way, I have no idea what's going on or what we're gonna do.
Okay. Yeah, I've got it pretty set what I want to do, but we'll chat about it when we get to it.
We'll wait for everybody to get back.
I think at the end of the day, it should be Vinny's final say.
Agreed.
So we do want to kill this guy, right?
I don't know if we want to kill the Lord of Trusting.
Yep.
I don't. We need to stop him. That was whether get some shit on him and basically pressure him to disappear or be arrested, or kill him. I mean, Carvern's pretty set on killing him.
Oh, yeah. Carvern very much like while you're having the
so.
conversation about like what are we going to do next. Carvern's like looking at Vinny with the look of let me at him, let me cave his head in. She is
Jamie,
she is bloodthirsty for
Thing-
this character.
Jamie, the thing you have, the that ability to teleport back to Romulus, is
Yeah.
that an item or is that something that can
It
be
is an
given to
item.
someone else? Is it something that can be given to someone else?
It is something that can be given to someone else,
Okay.
but it's been used.
Here's the thing. Only she can teleport, but it can be given to somebody else so
Right.
she can teleport to somebody else. Just for the clarification there.
I think
Oh,
he was more
okay.
thinking, can I give the item to like Mortar and he teleport to Romulus
No.
if the jig's up?
Okay, right. I was just trying to figure out the mechanics of that in my mind.
That's right.
Okay. Hmm.
I think I'd like a short rest, and then we go.
I'm very much
If
of
we
a
do
similar
go.
opinion.
Yeah. I mean, you have
So
three.
you lot-
You have three
just-
short rests
just to
available.
check.
So
Remind me which city we're in again?
Braylon.
Braylon.
Okay.
So
If we kill this guy,
it's there.
we are criminals, right? Like, there's not like a way we can go like, I'm actually.
Unless there's evidence
look-
against him, which we haven't got.
No, because that's what you were looking for
So,
to
yeah,
try
the
and get
goal-
some dirt on him.
Goal is acquiring evidence.
Yeah. The goal was acquiring evidence originally, but
So
now
as
it's
long as
kind
we're
of been busted a bit.
retroactively in the right, we're fine.
Depends.
Well, even then, they might be like, well, why did you go in and kill him? Why didn't you come to the authorities? Or
Exactly. It's one of those. It would be a matter of you'd be vigilantes, and therefore you would be arrested unless you can pin the blame on somebody else.
I don't super like this. Just saying.
I mean,
no, I
hey,
don't either.
don't blame me for putting a hard challenge in front of you guys in the form of a political problem. I mean, you can blame me, but don't blame me. It's part of the fun of D&D.
There's
Why
no
did
one else
we
we
not
can. There's no one else we can blame.
Why did we
Okay.
not consider like an actual political side of things? Like,
That is still an option.
That
I'd
is still
love
an
to get
option.
involved in politics.
That is still an option. You
Yeah, I
can
mean,
try
why
and
not?
get involved in the politics of it all. It's mainly a thing of you'd be very much punching up.
I mean,
That and kind of
we
like,
have-
I feel that our jig is kind of up a little bit in regards to that. So like, hey, I want to come and politically talk to you. Weren't you the one in the alleyway? Well, yes, but hear me out.
Well, I think what Romulus is getting at is not necessarily talking to him, talking to somebody else.
Is it a crime to have a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Are you referring to the homeless man that you beat up as the Chinese meal?
What?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay. Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah.
Gave him the old wonton toofer.
Silence.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
The follow-up was going to be because when I smack someone, it weighs about 1 ton.
Oh my word.
I'm disappointed in the lot of you.
That's fair.
Filch was shot in
Yeah.
cold blood, alone and scared, abandoned. It's really
bet you took
sad.
it
I don't feel bad for him. Yeah, he probably gave him the bird as he got shot. You just know it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He probably like went back home to buy some more cigarettes and stuff.
Well, as far as I'm aware, every time they go back, they have to explain to the Lord of Crows what happened, and perhaps
Oh,
give him
no.
any information that he wants. So the Lord of my patron gets more and more information about me and our happenings every time Eugene or Filch dies.
Part of me feels like he knows anyway. If that
I get
Lord
you.
is not scrying and watching you, then
He can't. He's on a different plane of existence.
yeah, surely he must know. Does he not know? Is that seriously?
He
I
might,
guess-
but Scry doesn't work, so it would have to be some other
I
spell.
mean, this guy appeared, slowed down time for everyone.
Yeah, that was creepy.
just for the shits and giggles. You know, I'm just saying, if this guy doesn't know what's going on, but he can slow down time and basically fuck with us, then what?
I feel like if he wasn't aware of Kirv and Mortar's relationship before, he probably does now, since Filch
that's a good
definitely
point.
knows.
Oh,
That's
wouldn't that be a
very
shame?
good point. Yeah.
Eh,
I mean,
I'm sure no
I suppose now
traumatic
it's
emotional
official.
manipulation will happen.
No,
suppose
I'd
now it's
never do
official.
that.
Sorry, everyone. I'm back.
That's right.
That's
You're
alright. We're
alright.
just talking about traumatic manipulation.
Emotional manipulation.
It'll be fun.
You know, light-hearted topics.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, as Mortar, you go downstairs to get a drink. It will cost you 1 copper for a drink from just some basic alcohol, unless you're going for something stronger. Beau-
Yeah, just one.
Beau's chilling out with Carver, and the two of them seem to be hanging out quite happily. Who knows? There might be a romance there if Steve wants it.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, look, I don't know. Steve hasn't mentioned anything about if he wants to or not. He might just be besties with Carver and Filch from now on. So,
Hey, I mean, friends with benefits is also a thing, so
I mean, true.
yeah.
Yeah, but with Filch.
Oh no. I was talking about Carver, you muppet.
Wait. With Beau?
Did you just call me a muppet?
Yeah, I called you a muppet.
Fuck off. That was the joke.
That would be friends with benefit.
What?
Oh,
If
God.
Beau
I
was
am-
involved.
With Chronofits?
That's all.
Right.
Oh, I was
don't-
going benefits because that works on multiple levels. Because hopefully the benefits.
Yeah, I think most friends with benefits are friends with benefits.
Yeah, that's usually the way it works.
I mean, I feel like
well,
feel
if the
like
bona
that is
fits.
the fits bonus.
I'm not awarding
Oh.
anybody inspiration, even though it was funny.
Hey.
Just to set a precedent. Right, you're all back. So while Mortar is downstairs having a drink, Kirv you go with to make sure he doesn't do anything dangerous or go on his own,
No, it's
potentially
more-
being the intention. Or to make sure that he's generally
He's no-
okay.
Yes, and if we get attacked, he's not alone.
Appreciate that.
Meanwhile, the rest of
Uh,
you are upstairs in on Vecchi's suite, otherwise biding your time and discussing potential options. Carvern does stress that she
Romulus
wants
gets
to
everything
kill.
ready to go, like at the drop of a hat.
Mhm.
And also
Oh,
short
so-
rests if possible.
Yes. I would
So,
say all of
what's
you
the
will
plan?
use 1 short rest for the party, so anybody who benefits from it, take that short rest, regain the health and stuff, roll hit dice and so on, and recharge anything that you may have used during that time that comes back over the course of a short rest.
Okay, recovery.
Hell yeah.
I need to use
And
you.
Detect Thoughts was through Sochania, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just double checking.
Yeah, no, that was through Sichania, so it's fine. Okay, recovery down to 0, and I get plus. Oh, fuck, wait.
That whole 1 hit point of healing I needed. I'm so back.
9.
I'm also going to make use of one of my tempting treats. So I have 4 temporary hit points.
Alrighty.
9 SP.
Right, it's 14 plus 14 healing from Song of Rest plus Chef, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so. On the thought of resistance to psychic that Mortar had mentioned. Hey, Trenodex, how does our spell work? Can I still just summon you?
You
Don't
can
have the
call
crystal.
upon me when you need, but know that it will apply strain to your magical abilities.
Okay. And do I still get, like, the shared resistance that we had?
Of course, you contain my heart. While you have it, we are shared. I can come back each day as I would need to. and I can stay out for as long as you want, like one of your own.
Oh,
There are also a number of abilities that this form should grant you, though you may need to experiment. I'm not entirely sure of what capacity you have gained of mine.
okay. And one last question. How do the wings work?
You're going to need to build the muscle for that. Or you might be able to magically assist that in some form. Try wrapping the magic around them.
Okay.
But we can
Okay.
try and get used to what sensation that may be in coming days.
Rightio. Then in that case, I will look over. Well, after what Mortar says, I think I can get resistance to psychic. Apparently longer than normal. But what's our plan? Are we going in? Are we waiting? She looks like she's ready to just. Well, last time I saw that, Mortar wanted to kill someone, so. Gesturing to Carburn.
I would like to cave that guy's head in, if you will allow it.
The uneasiness of it, but I know for one, I don't think I could stop you. But, Vinny,
We set out
I
here with a
guess this is-
journey. If you all leave and want to go elsewhere, I'll try it on my own. But I'm not leaving here without him dead.
we're not gonna leave you on your own.
No. I'd be on board with just attacking the place, but A, it's dangerous on the face of it, and B, murdering a noble is gonna cause problems for us in the long run. You'll have powerful friends you will soar. If they're the kind of tier of power of your grandfather, we won't be able to just deal with that easily.
No.
If we kill him and find evidence that he was wrapped up in illegal things while we're there, we might pull it off, but if he doesn't have any incriminating files to hand, that won't work.
As much as I hate to say it, I don't think killing him is the way to go. As much as I understand people might want to, we can get more answers from those that live.
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh fuck! I suck at that too.
Well, I'm not telling
Anything
you.
that
I'm
means
not
we've-
going to tell you the DC, and I'm not going to tell you if it succeeds or fails. This will just be a determinant to
anything-
see if Carvern will listen.
Anything that starts with P, I suck at.
Well, at least you're consistent.
Oh, fucking hell! Alright, 27.
27.
My word.
You see, I'll say with a natural 20 and the 27 total, you look as she kind of looks away. She is frustrated by the suggestion of not killing him, but can't deny the logic of you will get more answers from him alive. There is still a hatred to that potential answer, though. You get the sense that even with that natural 20 and this success in the moment, there is a chance that she will break and try to kill him, one way or another. But that doesn't mean you're not going to
just like-
have the opportunity to talk to him beforehand.
I mean, if we can get the answers, we can find out who's in charge. And them, they're fair game. But, for the now, what's the plan? I mean, if we storm it, we need him alive. And preferably not killing trying to keep death to a minimum. At least we can then have that as an argument saying we weren't trying to kill, but this happened. Sneak in. That rules half of us out. And if there's something as powerful as you may think there, we kind of all need to help.
Mortar is going to send a sending to Ellie. Can you set up the telepathic bond with just you and me?
How far away? Do I need to have line of sight, or is it just people that I choose within 30 foot?
What does the spell say?
I mean, if we're going off of what I've got, everyone psychic talk to each other, lol.
Oh my gosh.
You forge,
that does
you forge a telepathic link among up to 8 willing creatures of your choice within range.
Okay,
Range is
so
30
it's willing.
feet.
I don't need to see.
Psychically.
Yep, I've got that.
So you would need to, within range, psychically link each creature to all of the others for the duration. Creatures with an intelligence score of 2 or less aren't affected by this spell. So,
Okay, so I can cast it. I don't need to see him. He just needs to be within 30 foot.
yeah. So that'll be doable.
Okay, is he within 30 foot? Getting a rough idea of the layout
You
of this place
don't
and the
know.
proximity to the bar.
Approximately, maybe.
Okay, I am. I will reply to his send-in. You possibly might be out of the radius. You'd have to come here.
Mortar will stand up, and he will walk about halfway up the stairs.
Mortar? Where are you
Just-
going?
Oh, nowhere. Just a moment. Yeah, I just stand on kind of the midway of the stairs, not coming all the way up.
11 minutes later.
11 minutes later.
As Mortar
She
stands
definitely
on the
eyes him
stairs for
suspiciously.
11 minutes. And the rest of you watch
Stand
as
on the
Ellie
stairs.
begins to ritually cast telepathic bond. But none of you know who she's communicating with. And then once it finishes, you're like, wait, that didn't work?
Okay.
At least he's where I can see him.
That's true. There are a few
Yeah,
people who
sounds
kind of,
like
they're going up and down the stairs, and there's like some people, there's a few who are like going up to rooms or coming down from rooms and stuff, and like they've got their things and they're ready to kind of go on the rest of their day. And there's a few of them who are like, excuse me, just standing in the middle of the stairs and just kind of walking
Mortar
down the
just
stairs
sits.
with a heavy backpack.
Mortar just sits on like the left-hand side of the stairs, so there's like a tiny little bit of leeway.
So, did the connection work?
Yes, it does after 11
Okay.
minutes. Is there anything that you wanted to
Okay.
discuss before that 11 minutes are up, or all of you just going to sit there in silence for 11 minutes?
I mean, I'll shoot the shit with Kirv. If
From
she's
several meters away.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can join. You can join me.
Oh, you said you were only going to be a minute.
Yeah. Well, I thought I was, but it turns out the spell actually takes a lot longer to establish.
Ritual spells.
I didn't realize it was a ritual spell.
Yeah.
I don't want to burn my spell slots.
No, I respect that. I respect that.
It's what, a 5th level spell otherwise?
Yeah, it is. It's it's 5th, so it's like a massive chunk of my spell slots.
But I
I
think
assume the disguised selves has gone down by now,
Oh
right?
yeah, they've all
Mine
faded.
Yeah,
has,
yeah. So,
You okay?
am I okay? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm alright.
I mean, you know it'd be okay if you weren't.
Why wouldn't I be okay?
You lost Filch.
He'll come back.
I'm coming, boss.
Oh, that,
Eugene
That's
can
Eugene.
feel your
Eugene's on his
distress.
way.
Yeah, he can feel your
Wait,
distress.
it's also the end.
He knows Filch has died.
Hey, boys. Hey, yeah, no, I'm gonna be late for work. There is traffic between hell.
You know what it's like.
The astral plane is rammed this time of day.
I'll be
So,
with you
how does it
before
work then?
tomorrow.
When they die, how do you bring them back?
It's not me who brings them back. They wake up back in hell. They have to explain their deaths to the Lord of Crows, and I imagine any other questions he might have for them. And then they're back on their way, flying to the material plane. To me.
Okay. I mean, I think you know where my stance is on analysis paralysis and what we should do right now.
You want to go in and kill everything.
No. I want to go in and get the job done while they're running around panicking. It's a smart play. And it's worked before. Trouble is I'm impulsive and compulsive. So when I go to do it, I know it won't go the way that I want it to. Because I'll overreach. And it's frustrating. Because right now is the perfect time. And I know for a fact that the guys up there are struggling to come to some sensible conclusion. But if one of us gets in, and if one of us is able to get something and pass some information back, that could give us the edge.
What do you want me to say?
I want to know your thoughts. Because where I'm very compulsive and emotional, and it's hard for me to think logically in times like this. Is where I need someone else's advice, someone who can ground me, and that's you. So I feel like we're going to lose whatever advantage we may have once had by staying here as long as we have, especially if there's talk of someone else coming to, you know, hunting Vinny down or whatever due to some spell being cast. What do you
This
think?
isn't our beef. This is
course it
Vinny's.
is.
Why?
Of course it's our beef. We're involved.
Sure, we're assisting friends.
Assisting. We're also putting our lives on the line. I'd say that's a little more than assisting.
Kirv kind of shakes her head. Considers buying a drink. You're not wrong. I guess my point is... I think Vinny and Carvern get the last say here.
Vinny and Carvern can't agree on what to do with Trustin. So I'm not sure if that's the best course of that, or if that's the best course here. Vinny wants him alive, Carvern wants him dead. There's already an impasse there.
That doesn't mean it's up to us to push ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. But I'm just concerned that while everyone is busy debating what to do, there is stuff that we could be doing proactively out there right now.
Like getting
And
caught,
sometimes it,
getting captured, taken away, so we're of no use to anyone.
we would still be of use if we were captured, especially if we have a telepathic bond up. I have my arcane eye. There are lots of
So they
things we
can-
can do even from within a cage.
While we wait to be rescued like damsels.
These things can be played to your advantage if used properly. And I think that there is merit to being proactive in opposed to waiting for everything to happen. Mortar will stand up, kind of chug his drink down. If we're talking about the importance of the people whose mission this is, and we're looking at this like a chessboard or something, Vinny being the king, Carla the queen, or whatever, pawns always get sacrificed. And in order to make big moves for later. Sometimes you gotta know whether you're a pawn or a knight or whatever. Mortar will go to walk past Kirv to go out of the front door.
Telepathic bond isn't up yet because this is before the 11
I
minutes.
think. No, he'll wait. Does he feel like it's getting close?
Yeah, I'll say it's getting close to the 11-minute mark. While
Okay.
this is
Yeah,
going
I'll
on,
wait then.
while this is going on, Vinny and Romulus and Ellie, did you want to discuss at all or say anything, or did you want to sit in silence while you kind of tend to your wounds and such?
So we need evidence that this fellow is committing crimes of a grand nature, enough for us to, at the very least, have a defense were we to be captured.
Mm-hmm.
We need to have it by the time any kind of authorities get to us. So if we find it in the process of breaking in and taking him down, that's fine. It's just if anything goes wrong, we'll be in trouble.
You realize if this doesn't work out, we are outlaws.
I'm aware. That's not unfamiliar for me, but it's definitely a dangerous position. We will have, in effect, assassinated a noble.
It would be better if we could keep him alive and find evidence of his wrongdoing. I suspect that will not happen, but you understand this would be the better outcome for us.
I'm going to look at the map and I'm going to point to the 2 rooms where we saw the last walk from and go into before she knocked. I have a feeling that his study is one of these 2 rooms. And security did say, make sure to protect the study. So I definitely think we're going to find something there, providing they don't try and hide it now.
As far as his fate goes, I want to find the Sons of Silver. I want to figure out what it is they're doing. He can't help us with that if we just stab him in the back without giving him a chance to talk. But after what he did to Carvern, I have no intention of letting this guy go, letting this guy live. Especially if there's any possibility of him managing to wrangle his freedom. I think we need to keep pursuing this. I think the ideal is that we capture him, find full evidence that we were right to do so, and then interrogate him at length, and then dispose of him. But we'll almost certainly have to improvise. So, at this point, I think we've discussed back and forth enough. I'm going to ask, does anyone have any good ideas?
Above board, I think we don't have many choices. I think we have to go in and do our best.
I hate to have to say it, but I don't think we have a whole lot of choices. And the longer that we leave it, the more opportunity we're given for them to hide evidence.
Yeah. So, in character then, in that case, does anyone have any bad ideas?
Oh yes.
And at that point, right, the telepathic bond goes up, and Vinny goes, "Does anyone have any bad ideas?" And you just hear over a mental link, "Yes."
Yeah.
Telepathic bonds up.
Okay.
So at this point, the telepathic bond goes up. I will ask, because I believe, Mortar, you asked if it could just be between you and Ellie.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you going to do that, or are you going to clue the others into this?
I will, first things first, establish the connection between us 2. So, well, everyone can also hear if I want them to, but
Yes.
you okay?
Yeah. All good. I think that we're wasting time, and there's things that we could be doing proactively. Really. I want to head back and continue doing recon of the area and see if we can find an easier way inside.
Okay.
And I'd like you to be my eyes that I can communicate to you with. I think that we can get in there. It's been proven that it's possible, and I think that we can get what we need. And nighttime is the best time to do it. I've been trying to talk it over with Kirv, and I think she's in disagreement, but I know him. I feel like I know in my heart now's the right time, that we have to do this.
I think that I don't try to do this privately, like the conversation between the 2 of us. We've kind of come to the same consensus up here that we need to do something. Now it's just a case of the approach. The
Well,
longer we leave
why
it, the
not-
more evidence gets hidden. We
I
kind
think-
of want to
oh.
act.
why don't we have it where we all go? Either myself
Before
or
you
Vinny
say
goes
this,
in, or the both of us.
Shall I
Oh, yeah.
open it up to everyone else? It's just me and you. If we're going to try and plan,
mean,
it,
Part of the
Give it
reason
some-
why I wanted it part of the reason I wanted it just to be you and I is that I feel like you're at least going to listen to my entire idea before shooting it down.
okay.
But we'll open it up afterwards for sure. But
Okay.
I'll leave it at your discretion. You're the one with the spell. But my suggestion is we all go. Our heavy hitters take positions out of sight of the building, but they surround it in the alleys and everything like that, trying to keep out of the eyes of the watchmen on the walls. Either myself and Vinny go in, or I just go in, or Vinny just goes in. Doesn't matter. And we rummage. If we get caught, telepathic bond, we say now, and you guys jump into action. Because then they have to deal with us on the inside and deal with the outside as well. And I think that's going to throw a wrench in their plan. And I think now's the time to do it.
As you're describing that, Ellie's sitting there and just having flashbacks to the Nocturne. Okay. I think your plan works. It is a good idea. The only hold up that I've got about it is being separated. If they've got someone that's powerful that rendered Vinny incapacitated in
Vinny won't be on
no
his...
time flat.
More what I'm thinking is if it's Vinny and I can help deal with the psychic. That's also my playground as well. And if anything, if psionics are in play, it's more important that I'm in there with it.
Okay.
Vinny
Well-
can call the shot. Vinny can call the shots. I don't have an issue with that. He knows sneakery probably better than I do. But if we encounter that thing, he's going to need backup. And also, with you guys on the outside, all we have to do is say the word, and you guys can come charging in. And we clear the place from head to toe.
Okay, I just don't want you two dying before we can even get to you.
We won't. And if we do, so what? We'll come back.
That's not how death works.
I'm evidence to the contrary. Several
Looks at inventory.
Hey,
I mean,
you still have that,
gold is
still have
fine.
that diamond.
It
You
was
still
a
have
cool
that
line
diamond I
though.
gave you.
I don't have the diamond.
And also, I have died before and come back without your assistance. So
Yeah, okay, fair. But I
It
don't
was a
have
cool
the diamond,
line.
just to clear that up. Yeah, it was.
nah, the moment's gone now.
Okay, I will. So, all right. I've heard you out. I've heard the two things that concern me, but the end, it's still a valid idea. I'm not going to just say no. That's a really bad idea. But do you mind if I open it up to everyone else now?
Yeah.
They might be able to give some extra pointers, don't know. Okay, I'll open it up to the rest of the group. Guys, Mortar has an idea. Just hear him out. And I'll just imagine everything's
Yep,
just said to
Mortar
Ellie.
just says the spiel. Yep.
Any feedback?
I think it's a bad plan, but it is a plan, which is better than what we have currently.
Separating will be dangerous, and now that they well, we made a ruckus near there. If the city guard are now involved, there's going to be a lot more difficulty with just standing by close to the manor. This is Carvern talking, by the way.
Mhm.
And I'm not being left behind this time. If the plan is that something goes wrong, we run in, I'm going with.
Yeah, that's fair. I definitely think we shouldn't have done the mission today. We should spend a lot more time gathering more information. But it's too late to change that now. Now that we're in this situation, I think we need to try and do
Move
something.
fast.
I do agree we do need to act. They could be hiding evidence or even hiding themselves or calling in reinforcements. Especially now they know who they're up against.
Beau,
Yo.
if they were to call in reinforcements, do you think there's any way you could make sure that you were one of them?
Ooh.
Depends. If he's going to call in mercenaries, then yeah. I can quite happily go and make myself available right now. Say that I'm off job. I could get in. Become one of them. The only problem there is that this would be a one-time thing. If I ever wanted to become a mercenary again, I probably wouldn't be able to.
Would this burn
If
your
there
bridge
ever
completely
occurs.
with them?
Means I wouldn't be able to work around
Or just-
Berlin. None of the nobles would trust me if I stabbed a contractor in the back.
I won't ask you to make that sacrifice then.
I can do it though. I can get myself caught up in it all and feed information somehow.
We'd have to work quickly, so it would be dangerous.
I can give it a go. If you think this is what we need, I can get myself in there. Give you a bit of intel, tell you what might need to be done, but it's more likely he'll only hire those who he trusts. At this point, he might be more wary of new individuals being brought into the fold.
Would it be possible for you to go and see if they're hiring?
That I can do. This telepathic bond's up.
Yep, it's up.
I'll get you that information in about 12 minutes then.
Thank you.
And he's going to start making his way there. And I'm going to roll an athletics check for him to do it consistently without slowing down. Decent roll. Pretty sure his athletics is decent. Yeah, he'll be fine. As Beau goes jogging off to go and see if he can be hired. In the meantime,
Okay. Us being around is dangerous, especially since they know some of our faces. But you going in alone without any form of backup is not acceptable to me, Mortar. So we're gonna have to find a way to make it work.
There would be backup. You guys on the outside.
That's what I mean. They might be looking for us. So we'll just have to be careful. We need to be nearby, which might be surveilled.
What do you suggest?
Just that we'll have to be sneaky, try and make use of the darkness and the rain. It's a pity we
That's-
didn't have longer to find better hiding places, but we'll just have to make do.
Yeah.
I can create more darkness if we need it.
So can I.
Great. Those are all useful. Okay. Well, are there any more points that we feel that we need to bring up, or do we think we're ready to go?
Kirv is going to nab Mortar for a quick chat just before it all
Yeah,
goes
for sure.
down.
Well, you two are still
Yeah.
downstairs, so if you want to have an in-person chat, that way the others can't hear by a telepathic bond, that is a viable option.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Kirv walks up and up to Mortar and sort of just sternly states, "You are not a pawn. I can't say I know chess pieces very well, but I'm sure you'd be the one with the cross on the top. I don't remember what that one's called. It's a bit tall."
Yeah,
And she's like going on and trying to describe it.
Dav kind of leans over the bar. You mean the bishop?
No, no, no.
The king?
No.
None of the others have
Yes.
crosses on them. The king?
Yes.
So he's the. So if
I
he
think-
gets captured, then you lose.
I'm no. This motivational talk isn't going how I expected.
no, please continue. I'm having a great time.
Sorry for intruding. You're just sat at the bar talking, and I thought you might have been talking to me. Dav walks away.
Oh.
No, appreciate the input, Dad. You're a good man.
I mean, look. Let's put it this way. You're friends of Ellie. She used to be a student of Onveki. Both are reputable in their own way. If you're their friends, then you've got some strength and value to you, which means don't go throwing that away. I think that's what she's trying to say, but for some reason it's not coming across quite like that. Is that what you're saying?
I never was good at chess.
Hey, look, not everybody's built for the game. I personally prefer cards or dice. They're easier and they're smaller numbers.
Right?
I know, but yeah. But if you're getting involved in something that's dangerous, I'll tell you this now. I ain't gonna pry or anything. Plenty of people come through these doors, and Veki has done things in the past, which I'm not going to talk about. Probably shouldn't have said that, but anyway. Not everybody's had a clean slate or a clean background. Doesn't mean you should go throwing yourself away just because you think you're not worth much. If this is somebody else's game, then don't play by their rules. Do something stupid.
You've made the mistake of assuming that a pawn is the least important piece.
Oh,
That's because it is.
no, it's the weakest piece, but it's
Yeah.
not the least important. That's why there's multiple of them.
Agreed.
What's the difference?
Well, you see, pawns being the weakest
can-
can eventually become the strongest. They're the only ones that can transform into a queen, which is the strongest unit in the game. Otherwise, knights are pretty good and rooks are too. You can get checkmate pretty easily with that. Oh, sorry. Looks to Mortar and kind of apologises and turns back around and walks away again.
I'll just tilt his head at Dav, like, what's going on? I know my own value. Now more than ever. More than I ever have. Me calling myself a pawn in this case is not derogatory. I know my role, and I can do it well. And I need to be allowed to do that role. And it's because I know that I have you guys behind me that I know I can do this. And that even if shit goes down, I know you guys will come in and you'll have my back. And I hope you know I'll have yours. But that's the reason. I can do this.
I know you can.
As we all start to like maneuver and getting ready to go, I will re-establish the single contact with Mortar. Just literally a split second. Like,
Okay.
hey, listen up. Thank you for expressing your plan and not just run into it. But I swear to God, if you die, I'm gonna scream. Stay safe. Protect yourself by all means. Be smart. I got your back.
Mortar just kind of grins to himself. You too.
Mortar, your passive perception is 19.
Yeah.
You hear footfalls, and as the door to the tavern opens, you watch as what look to be 3 of the city guard walk in. You and Kirv are just kind of sat there having this conversation. Telepathic bond is still up at this point. As they walk in, and you can see that they kind of take a quick cursory glance around the room, and what looks to be some form of captain walks up to the bar to begin having a conversation with Dav.
I will inform Ellie that the city guard are here, and just to be prepared, potentially they may come upstairs.
Okay, I will look over the one person that potentially they may actually know, Romulus. Hey, the guard are here. And I think they saw you, so
I guess it's time for me to use my secret weapon. I'm going to dye my fur brown.
Whoa.
He's going to put on the maid outfit.
Oh my God!
Housekeeping!
Do it.
Yes.
Do it. You won't.
Chris, I would like to use a mixture of all of the ink that is not actively required by Ellie, and tea leaves and anything else I can find to make myself up a bath to stain my fur.
Okay, I am now going to ask an interesting question. How long does it take to dye one's hair?
Well, back when I had mine dyed blue, it takes 8 hours.
So
while I was there, but it took
so
2 hours to dye it.
So I'm going to tell you this now. With the city guard, they're not going to take 2 hours to walk up the stairs unless Mortar really decides to do the and then moves to one side as they try to move to the other, and really does it well for 2 hours. You're not going to have time to dye yourself. You could look like a mess, but dyeing it to look seamless is going to be impossible within the time frame. However, before we begin what happens upstairs, as you communicate this, the city guard, you see the 2 of them kind of walk.
I do put on the maid outfit, though.
That's fair. What looks to be the captain of one of them walks up, and another one walks up to both you and both Mortar and Kirv. As the one walks up to you, you two goes, sorry to bother. Have you been anywhere around town today?
Yeah, we've been out and about. Something we can help you with, officer?
There's been a bit of a difficulty somewhere further within town. Some fugitives causing some issues, attacking some of the locals and stuff like that. Horrible business. We advise you to stay inside, but if you have any information that you would like to share about it, please let us know. Usual stuff. If you're harboring the fugitives, you'll get in trouble, but if you're not, then just keep your nose out of it and you'll be fine.
Honey, Mortar look to Kirv and go, honey, we should probably head home then if there's these dangerous people around.
I'd recommend
I don't think I even want to leave this area.
I'd say you just stay here. You should be fine. We've got the city guard on patrol. They're keeping an eye out for these dangerous individuals. But if you have any information about them, let us know. We know that there's
How
a few
many
of them.
individuals?
So far, we know the visuals of one of them, Minotaur individual, and we have a suspected understanding that another one of them has 4 legs, quite possibly a centaur. But
fuck off!
Mortar is actively feeding you this information, Ellie.
But
horrible species, horrible.
But
yes,
roll me a deception check.
Too many legs. Far
You
too
are
many.
so lucky I have no combat. I'm blowing the entire fucking bar up. Get
Oh,
shit,
yes.
guards.
That is a 28.
Yeah, the
Oh my
I'm
Coming
gonna
from a goddamn tiefling.
Yes.
You.
the guard
So
rolled.
Kirv's plan is to
rolled an
try and keep
18,
them
but
talking as
no
long
one
as
had a
possible.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, those are the two that we know, but we believe that there are at least another 2 or 3 individuals with them. We believe them to be bipedal and human by nature, but there was reports that there may have been some magic involved. So we are keeping an eye out for any individuals. But if you keep yourselves to yourselves and stay here, it should be all right. The captain, on the other hand, is having a conversation at the same time. I will say, Mortar, go ahead and roll me a perception check. This would usually be with disadvantage, but because of your goggles, I'll say that you have advantage on this, as you're
So,
trying
as
to
part of this,
pick up on 2 conversations at the same time.
as part of this, Mortar is using his. Sorry, am I just making perception or deception as well?
Perception.
Oh, okay, cool. No worries at all.
You haven't lied yet, I guess.
No, it was more that Kirv was laying it on thick and asking the questions, and
Yeah.
therefore Kirv was the one.
Oh
who
no,
made
I
the
love
perception
it.
check. Okay.
Oh hell yes.
Yeah.
That is a 25.
Yeah, you managed to keep your head in the game regarding both the conversations, kind of pinging it and understanding it as best you can, pinging the information as you hear the captain, otherwise talking to Dav. Excuse me, sir. We've had word that there's some potential fugitives in the area, and we'd like to know who's booked in here. And you see Dav kind of goes, "Oh, of course, of course. Let me get you the ledger. Any particular individuals I may be able to help you with?" He goes, "Well, we're looking for a Minotaur and a Centaur for certain. There are also other individuals with them. We're looking for at least a party of 4. Yes. Okay. I do have some information on larger groups. As he kind of takes the ledger, you watch as he kind of flips through it. We've got... there are 2 of them. One has just left town today. They said they were leaving sometime in the morning, and the other one came in this morning. They go, right, any individuals among their description that might be a Centaur or Minotaur? In one of the groups, one of them is a Centaur. She is a friend of one of my longtime or a student of one of my longtime patrons. She has been here several times before. She's worked on doing many things. She summons elementals.
I didn't know centaurs could read.
I'm gonna
Oh my god, you can't
Honestly.
say that.
blow this bar up.
Terrador just slams through the ceiling.
Act stupid. Not that stupid.
So, as he goes, "May I have a look at the ledger?" He's like, "Oh, of course," and he turns it around and puts it towards him. I need to make a quick roll from Veki, or not from Veki here, for Dav. No. Oh no.
Oh no.
As
Hold on.
It's a
You-
jig up.
Just a moment.
you pick
Just
up
a
on,
moment. What is it that you did?
he's trying to cast a minor illusion on the book to scrub out Romulus's name. Or to scrub out Romulus'
Good.
existence, so there's not a Minotaur amongst them.
Yes.
Could I? So what was it? Was it just a check or was it a save?
It was a sleight of hand on Dab's part versus a perception check on the guard's part to see if he notices the slight adjustment as the book is moved.
Could I potentially use invigoration to try and give him, Dev advantage on his? Roll? Hell yeah.
So mark that as used.
Yep. So yeah, I think Mortar just kind of looks in the direction of Dev as he kind of tracks this, and one of his eyes just slightly glows purple with the sigil of the of his house in its pupil.
Okay, Sans on to tail.
It's unfortunately not
Note,
quite.
just me.
It's
Okay.
not quite.
No, I'm with you.
It's not quite enough, unfortunately, as Dab didn't roll any better with
Can
that
I
second
make
roll.
a distraction to try and distract the guard?
The DC will be high. What would you like to try?
Kirv screeches and points out of the window, saying, "A centaur! A centaur!"
Roll me a deception
fuck's sake.
check.
Please, please, please. Okay, that's a 20. A dirty 20.
Okay. I'm going to do this above board because this is where it's going to be the most interesting. These two are the regular guards. This one is the captain. These two have a +3 to this.
Oh.
Oh.
And the captain. Okay.
Sucks.
The cap-
Eat a shit
Fucking
captain.
idiot.
So here's the thing. The captain and the one who's standing by the door immediately turn to look outside. The one who's looking at you kind of quickly glances and then looks back at you and then looks over,
On that one,
looks at both of you two.
on that one there, can I use Mark of Misfortune? So the wording of it is, as a reaction, re-roll an opponent's attack roll. Could I potentially use it to make them re-roll their
I'll allow it.
ability check?
I'll allow
So,
it, given I'm
yeah.
rolling it
So,
above board.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yes.
As in this moment, you
Mortar
watch-
and Co mentally high-fiving.
he looks at you, Kirv, almost suspiciously, and then you watch as there's this subtle burn of a brand on his forehead that then fades, and you watch as with it the memory of the suspicion dissipates from his mind. As in this moment he just kind of looks and goes, "It's all right. We're here. If anything happens, we've got your back. You don't have to panic." And with that distraction, I'm going to roll with disadvantage for the guard captain here. That's much worse for the guard captain. As the guard captain looks back, just kind of looks and goes, "Don't worry, we'll be okay." He looks back at the book, and Romulus has been removed from the book. As they look through,
Oh,
there
I'm
is a
sorry,
list.
it might have just been a horse.
The guard at the door just goes, "It's an easy mistake to make."
It is.
I know.
You just
So-
hear from upstairs a door
so
handle is
stupid.
buckling under sheer rage.
As the guard
Oh, so
captain
silly.
looks at the book in this moment, and just kind of looks over it. "All right. Thank you for your time. Do you mind if we have a quick look around the premises?" And Dav's like, "Of course. One of my staff is a Minotaur, although she's rather
Yes.
Yeah.
manly."
Romulus made outfit now.
That is
so-
not.
I have already established I have in fact changed into
Yeah.
it.
So,
Yes.
so just be aware she has been working all day. So if there are any similarities, I apologise. But again, if you're just working for Minotaur, I am just letting you know. At which point, the guard captain kind of goes, "Noted. All right." And as he turns to do that, you watch his dad just makes dagger eyes at you two, like, do something. But not knowing to
We
him
did.
that you guys already have done enough.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
that
we're
moment,
good, we're
as
good.
everything's going on, the guard captain goes upstairs. Romulus, go ahead and roll me a performance check with advantage.
Mortar
gonna
will have
fucking
sent the
need it.
information to Ellie
Ac-
that Romulus
actually,
is, is to be a she.
Well, no,
Uh,
it was
if
said
you-
that she is masculine, so it
Yeah.
was to make it
Oh,
more
that
of a
she is masculine.
androgynously
Right,
speaking. It's fine,
I'm with you.
regardless of what the
I'm
look
with
is. Just that
Und
It
guten
may be
Tag,
that-
mein Name ist Brunhilda. Und
Oh, there
I
we
am zu mit hier. Ja?
okay.
There it
Could
is.
I-
Gosh.
Who's in the room with us at the moment?
Oh, that's tragic.
Currently, it is Carvern. It is Vinny. It
I
is
would like to
yourself,
use my
and
inspiration
that's
on
it.
this.
Go for it.
Be right back.
Oh, I was saying before. Did
can
you roll
I-
with advantage, or just flat roll?
He
I've already
had
got advantage.
He has advantage
Oh, okay.
beforehand, unfortunately. And Vinny, what were you going to say?
I was going to say it's probably a bit late to do it to benefit this roll, but I would like to give a
I have inspiration, which I'm going to use to re-roll these.
Bardic
so if you would
inspiration
like
is
to-
probably what Vinny
Yeah,
was
yeah.
going
If
to
you'd,
refer
like
to.
to, if you'd like to provide bardic inspiration
I'll
as
allow it.
well, I would appreciate that.
I'll allow it. You're all in the loop as to what you need to do here. So if you want to
Okay.
give him tips on how to look like a maid, then I'm all for it. I want to hear this.
Oh, he knows. He already
It
knows.
was mostly because the plan was that obviously Ellie being Ellie and what's going on, I was going to ask if there was a potential that basically he's helping with her back legs, and I cover half of the top half of his body, so they can just see the maid's dress and the bottom half of Romulus behind Ellie.
They see some phenomenal calves and thighs.
I mean, if you
It's
want...
a Minotaur equivalent of an Adonis.
Here's what I'll say then. If this is a plan that you want to go for, Vinny, go ahead and have a quick think, as you'll be providing Bardicans for this moment. And we'll say that we will use Ellie's charisma for this performance.
Oh, that'd be so good.
As opposed
So
to
I'm re-rolling
Romulus's.
these using my inspiration, and because I already had advantage, I get to re-roll with advantage, yes?
Yes, correct. So
Okay.
you would get to
I'm
choose
rolling
a
this.
10
The bardic
or
inspiration
whichever the other
is...
two.
The bardic inspiration is occurring. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Yes.
Vinny is trying to give some coaching. Okay, so the tired service worker gambit. That's a classic.
Oh, I think we're good.
Oh. Go ahead and roll
Have
me
you
that
only got it
D8 for the bardic inspiration, just in case.
Just to put a little spice on it. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, and Ellie, what's your performance?
It's. Do I need to roll it, or is it?
No,
what
just
is
the
my plus?
modifier.
Just what your bonus?
+2.
Okay, so that is a total of 29. So, this will be the guard's insight. There will only be a forced re-roll here if he rolls a natural 20. I'm going to roll this above table, actually, because this is going to be this is a crucial moment. As in this moment, the guard captain comes upstairs, he knocks on the door, and you see that Carbone kind of looks around the room like everyone ready, and then opens the door and just goes, "Is everything all right?" And the guard captain looks in and sees Ellie kind of having help with her hooves on the back portion by what looks to be this large Minotaur maid just seemingly trying to help with something. As in this moment, the guard captain looks over. Oh, my apologies, I didn't mean to interrupt. We're just letting you know that there are currently some fugitives, and just to be careful. Your group in particular does contain a member, looks to you, Ellie, does contain a individual who is of a Centaur race, same as one of the suspected culprits. So please do be careful and safe. Are you planning to leave or need to go anywhere today?
Well, we do have business, although we'd hate to get in the way of any kind of investigation.
That's all right. Where would your business take you today, perchance?
You wanted to visit the bank, didn't you?
I also wanted to see if there was a library, and I was gonna go and take Lothar out to go play in the rain because she likes the rain.
Oh yeah,
She's
that's right.
right.
Lothar's outside. That's probably what you used as a point of like, oh, it's a centaur. No, it's just Lothar. Lothar's just jumping around.
She likes playing in the rain, so I said I was gonna take her out to go and play.
Very well. We'll see if we'll send a guard by later, and they'll escort you round the city for whatever business you may have, just so that way there aren't any suspicions between you and the guard and any other guards in question. So just stay with, and you'll be fine. Sorry for it to disturb. And carry on as you were, ma'am. Kind of
haven't
looks to
put
you,
together
Romulus.
that Kirv and I are also part of this group. That is good.
Yeah, they might suspect that you're part of the group, but they didn't ask, and according to the book, it was just missing Romulus. So the fact that there are 6 people and 2 of them currently aren't here is a little suspicious, but at the same time, it seems to have passed them by. As Romulus, you and your maid's outfit that has come in handy now. Added to your character on a whim is now an official thing.
All right now, milady, please would you
Bring him,
raise
please.
your back leg as I need to apply the hoof polish.
Oh, my
There's
word.
not even hooves; they're just crystal dragon feet. But good luck.
Yeah.
Look, they don't fucking... Milady, they don't fucking know that, and I'm doing a bid, and I got a 29 on this performance, so I'm milking this motherfucker.
I
As,
don't know. I
Right.
love the idea that you are just applying for like hoof polish to these dragon feet,
Yeah.
like just to sell it.
as they kind of carry on, they kind of close the door, excuse themselves, and go around the rest, kind of checking each of the rooms before they ultimately head down. And the captain just says to Dev, "Thank you for your time, sir. Sorry to interrupt. If any individuals do come by, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us, as they could be very dangerous. We will be sending a guard by later to otherwise escort one of the groups upstairs, as they have business today. And given the sensitive nature of who they are, just to let you know." And Dev kind of nods and goes, "Alright, of course. By all means, I'll keep an eye on them, and I'll make sure that they travel out safely." It's at this point that you hear a message from Beau over the telepathic bond. "So they're not hiring, but there are guards everywhere." And it seems that the guards are calling in mercenaries here and there to keep an eye on things, looking out for these individuals. So just so you know, you can't trust anyone who will be on the streets anymore.
That's fine. It seems like we've managed to find ourselves a way straight through the patrols.
Good. I've put myself up for hire for the guards, so I will be nearby to the house itself, but not in it. So if you need my help, just communicate to me through the telepathic bond if you're still going ahead with your plan. Otherwise, I'll try and get what information I can.
Yeah, plan's still going ahead. We might have to play it by ear a bit.
Got it. As the guard captain and the other guards otherwise head out, you see one of them kind of through the window. You watch as one of them kind of stretches the hand out towards Lotus, who kind of accepts the head pat, but then kind of turns away and almost a like "I'm better than you" pose. And the guard kind of walks away as they leave the area. Dav kind of looks over at Kirv and Mortar. Alright, if you two get upstairs, and if you're planning on skipping town or you're planning on doing anything, I recommend that you do it now. If you have the ability to disguise as a guard to otherwise escort yourselves out of here, or do whatever you need to do, do it now, and I'll tell them that another guard came by and they were just mixed orders or something. Just get a move on while you can.
Mortar will smirk, and he's going to wait until the guards are out of sight of the windows and stuff that you can't see them, and he's going to use disguise self to transform into a guard.
Okay, you do that. Right. Consider this going on your tab. I've done this sort of thing for Vicky before. Pay me back at some point in the future, or if you find anything good while you're out doing whatever you do, bring it back as a souvenir. I do like collecting things. I used to be a little bit of a adventurous individual before,
Adventure myself.
but that life is gone now. I prefer sticking to one place after a lot of things went poor. So, you and your group get a move on. Alright? And as your group gets together, with Mortar looking like a guard, and with the plan otherwise set into motion, as Ellie, you come down the stairs, he looks at you.
I have a question. Should I still be dressed as a maid?
No, by all means get changed. I knew you had the maid outfit because you stored it in your room while you went out and about. And I saw it in there and I wondered who it was, and I realized the fit was too big for any of the rest of your group. And I thought it'd be a bit crass for it to be on Ellie, so I assumed it was yours. So
the fit would be terrible.
Yeah, it would. So I assumed it was yours, therefore I came up with a bit of an impromptu plan. I'm glad it worked, and I'll say it fits you. Suits you well.
Does.
If you ever want to be hired as a server here, you're more than welcome, once you're done with your adventuring life.
Much
Meanwhile,
appreciated.
Ellie,
May I just say that you had the performance down perfectly. Really captured the repressed anger.
I've been a service worker before. I understand.
all the surface work is in a 1 mile radius. Just go,
Yeah.
Power word service worker.
As Dav otherwise looks at you, Ellie. You stay safe with whatever you're getting involved in. I'm trusting you only because you used to work under Onveki. Right, Sorcerer, that's still the case. I will be informing him of what's going on here, just so that he knows, even if he's not in your chain of command anymore. He's still a close friend to me, and he still takes care of you, even though if you're not his apprentice anymore.
That's perfectly fine, though. I just wanted to go and play with Lotus, but apparently, whatever.
Well,
But thank you.
Whatever you're doing, go before the guard there assigned shows up. You can use the back if you need
Okay. Are there a lot of guards in the local area?
to.
Whilst you've been talking, Romulus has changed out of the maid outfit.
'Cause I can get possibly Romulus closer, like reducing the thing. If there are guards, I do have enlarge reduce, so I can make him smaller. But it only lasts a minute.
Just a tiny Minotaur.
Hey, look.
No, it's
They're
a very
looking
good
for a
idea.
Minotaur.
I love it.
You
No,
know
I
what?
love it.
If you're willing to expend it, do you have extend as one of your ones? Is
As
it
a rune,
is it extend the rune?
I don't have extend. No.
No.
It was something I said I wanted to make, but we never actually discussed
getting round to it.
getting round to it. So I've just been idly working on runes in the background until we talk about what we want to make.
It's not extend.
I did want to make extend because I wanted to keep Trellodex out for longer, didn't I? If you remember.
Yeah,
That's
but
one of
that
the things
was
I said I wanted
that
to
was
make.
one of the things. That was a while ago, though. Here's what we'll say. With that potential problem of there are quite a few guards around and Romulus will be the main one that they're looking for, what are you as a group going to do to hide Romulus?
So we have to make him not look like a Minotaur at all.
Or find some way to hide him
Ooh.
easily.
Okay. It's time to get. Which I need to ask a question, Chris, and it's okay if the answer is I don't know.
Okay.
Are there any cultures in this world that would have people completely covered up?
As a fashion statement, mostly. There would be some, yes.
What about as like a
religious
cultural? I didn't want to say religious. I would say cultural.
Religious
yeah.
or cultural, more likely to hit the religious note. I'll say go ahead and make me a religion check to see if you know any of this.
What I'm thinking is that I might be able to pull off an orc or a Goliath. Whatever, I don't really remember if they have specific names in this world anymore.
No, that's fine. It would be a Gi or an Orcan. So.
Okay, so what would this roll be?
Religion to begin with, just to see if there would be any that would fall under this, and I'm just going to have a look through and see if there are any that particularly would match.
I mean, I might be able to set Romulus on fire.
That might help.
Well, I mean,
you know what?
I'm disguising.
No, that's a 17.
I mean, I
that's
probably
not
could
bad.
as well, if with enough effort.
if you could set fire to him without him suffering.
Well,
it
I
has
can.
been announced.
I have
Sorry,
shadow.
but
I have shadow of Moil. I have shadow of Moil.
Okay,
So
because it has been said that Ellie has got elementals.
I actually can do that as well.
So he could just be a fire elemental, one of Ellie's fire elementals.
So they are black flames, flame-like shadows. So it would be like a shadow elemental.
Is this Shadows of
But it
Moil?
would hurt.
Shadow of Moil, yeah.
How long does that last? Is it?
It's concentration up to 1 minute.
Yeah, so
So
that's
it's
the
not
main
gonna
problem,
last.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Yeah.
That, along with
I mean,
things
unless
like
there's
Enlarge Reduce, are a very good option for this, but unfortunately they don't last very long.
Am I by any chance able to push prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation in this probably wouldn't be good enough for this sort of thing, unfortunately. Because
Oh, but what if we
Romulus,
push it?
Because
but
Romulus is a
it's-
moving target, it would be very difficult.
Fine.
Could-
Nah,
I
fair
It might
enough.
be able- Okay. Right. I've got a plan. I just need y'all to work with me, okay?
I mean, if anyone has invisibility, that works as well. Because I know
No.
you've
I do,
used it
but I've
previously.
used it.
Oh, that's
I've
right,
only
because
got
yours is a
one. I can
once
only
per
use
day.
it once a day because
Go on, Harlan. Go on.
sorcerer.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. We're going to go for the hiding myself look. I'm going to make an elaborate headpiece using fabric in order to mask my horns as a large piece of headwear.
Okay.
I'm then going to be making use of the cloaks and winter cloaks that I have on me in order to create a passable full body toga. Essentially, like basically full covering. So I'm going to be basically the only part of me that will be uncovered will be my eyes, which I will be attempting to shadow further. And then alongside this, I would like to have my hand held by Kirv, whereby
Oh.
Kirv is changing the color of changing my eyes to look like those of a Goliath, as I believe they have specifically black eyes, or am I getting mixed up?
For Goliaths, no, they don't have specifically black eyes.
Oh, cool. Maybe I'm thinking of one of the different races. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Are there any like specifically this stuff? Oh, you know what? Make them look like tiefling eyes.
You want
Some of the
tiefling eyes?
Yeah, some of the weirdly funky ones, because you can change shapes and colors with prestidigitation, and as long as you're holding my hand and maintaining it, we might be able to hold on to it.
Yeah, that would be a subtle enough detail as opposed to a full body thing that would be doable.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be making use of the totem of emboldenment.
Sorry,
To make use of the enhanced ability, I'm going to be using the Eagle's Splendor, I believe, which is the one that grants me advantage on charisma-based stuff.
Okay.
How are we feeling? Does this feel good?
Feels fun.
It feels effective.
Fuck yeah.
It could work.
I'm afraid I didn't hear what the plan was, but
Fancy
More-
dress.
Yeah.
Is this a bad
sorry.
time to say
Romulus.
that Vinny had a solution to this whole time, and you
Oh
guys?
wait, Vinny, if
Oh,
you've got a
gosh.
solution, this would be amazing.
How do we get Romulus out without Romulus being seen and recognized as a Minotaur? Do you have invis or?
Visibility, no. I have I have major image, but not.
Well, I mean, major image is a really solid one, actually.
The main thing is that it's at will, but major image, because it costs no
Yeah.
charges. So, so long as you can just maintain it, you can treat it like a concentration spell indefinitely. So you could move it with Romulus to make him look like someone completely different, but it just means then that you've got to find a persona that will fit that, and you've also got to make sure that nobody collides with it, otherwise they will realize.
Yeah. It also can't hide any part of Romulus. It has to go over the top.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fine. That's fine. So I'm thinking we do this in combination with everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Right.
happy to do that.
So fashioning your clothes to look like a toga, and otherwise wearing a horn wrap using.
When I say toga, I in fact mean a full body sort of wrap situation.
Okay.
Think something close to like a.
I would say a hava,
full
but
body.
I know that that's a Stormlight specific thing, I believe.
I believe think a full body sari type situation, alongside a sort of veil or like head wrap situation in order to disguise my features. With and like I'm having the second cloak basically drape over me like a poncho so I can cover up my arms. I'll also be wrapping bandages around the rest of my hands in order to hide them fully. I will be making use of my. Do I have a quarterstaff? Does anyone have a quarterstaff on them?
You can. I've got a staff. You can.
Oh,
hold
I've
my
got. Yeah.
staff.
I will hold your staff, and I'm going to be essentially. I'm going to be pretending to be blind. Okay.
Oh gosh, we're just hitting them all, aren't we?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm going to
every
make
box.
myself like the least interactable with person imaginable, so that because no one's going to physically stop the blind person who is being led by their tiefling attendant, and they're dressed in what I could argue be termed as, yeah. I'm going hard on this because I know that there's not really an option otherwise.
Okay. So, as the group in question, otherwise,
Make the eyes look blind as well as tiefling if you can.
yeah, the group in question, all gather together with this idea moving into place as Mortar has taken the visual of a guard and begins to lead you out. Your day will begin, or the middle of the day will begin, and people who are looking for you will not be looking for you if you have a guard with you. But there may be some persuasion and other social deceptions that may be needed along the way, and we will get to that next time, I think. I will make some notes of this all so that I don't forget for next week or next time, because we are off next week. So,
Are we going to be there the week after?
I am
should
on
be.
second.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 1 or 2 weeks that we were
I think it was just the one.
busy for.
So, we will meet back in 2 weeks' time. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.